Hasbro fans, the wait is over. The time is now. I can feel the energy and the excitement from all around the world. This is a one-of-a-kind experience for all of your biggest passions. This is Hasbro Pulse Con.
We here.
DJ Amen is in the building.
We here.
I go by the name of Cleo Thomas, and I'm gonna be your host this year for Pulse Con 2022, baby. You guys have no idea what you are in store for. We have so much stuff lined up, man. Everybody watching at home, I seen you guys in the chat earlier in the pre-show. I saw all the excitement, man. I saw everything you guys getting ready to rep. You guys want to go hard for Transformers, for Power Rangers, for G.I. Joe, for Fortnite. I saw all of it. It's gonna be amazing for you guys. Trust me, we got so much planned for you. We'll have some guests, some surprises, and most important of all, brand panels, where we will hear from all of your favorite brands. Transformers, like I said, Power Rangers. Starting lineup is back. Did you hear about starting lineup?
Man, I'm juiced, Cleo. I'm juiced.
Starting lineup.
After 22 years, we back at it, baby.
I get a chance to pose some of my favorite NBA players on my shelf.
Man.
Signature dunks.
I'm about to have them all at the crib.
You see what I'm saying? The crossover. Ooh, I'm about to style and profile on them. Man, this is the third Hasbro Pulse Con and my second time as host. And let me tell you, it gets better and better every year. This year, we're partnering with Toys for Tots. For every viewer of Hasbro Pulse Con, Hasbro will donate 2 toys or games to Toys for Tots, up to 60,000 pieces. So by tuning in, you're doing some good, right? Don't miss it. Don't. So like actually set up a phone to be watching Pulse Con, then set up your TV to be watching Pulse Con, then set up your computer to be watching Pulse Con. It all goes toward giving kids an opportunity to play with some brand new toys. Fortnite, Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe, Avalon Hill, Magic the Gathering, the return of Indiana Jones toy line, and of course, Star Wars. So much good stuff. Shall we take them through our agenda, DJ?
Let's run through today, man. Day one, Pulse Con, let's go.
First things first, Transformers, 1:15 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna jump into that. And then we got Power Rangers at 2:15 p.m. Eastern. Then we got starting lineup at 3 p.m. Eastern. Then we got Fortnite at 3:20 p.m. Eastern. And then we end the day with Marvel Legends at 3:45 p.m. It's gonna be amazing. Are you excited for everything on the roster today?
I'm excited, I'm juiced, man.
I'm ready for all of this. This is just day one.
This is it, the third Pulse Con ever, bigger, badder. We're here.
It gets even bigger, baby.
Let's get it.
But first, let me talk about this. Hasbro Pulse Con was born out of the excitement of the fandom, with the mission to give fans a peek behind the curtain. Hasbro Pulse Con is a place where we can come as we are to participate in an exchange between fans across brands and around the world. We are a global community here to celebrate what we love, whether you're joining us from your home, you're here as a guest on set, or you're one of the super fans working at Hasbro who make all of this possible. So, let's be nice in the comments to each other, to our guests, because we can only have this thing if we treat each other well. Right, Amen?
Hey man, it's all toys. We gotta be happy and nice to each other about toys, right?
Be nice.
Let's do it.
Let's be nice.
The golden rule.
Great. Now that that's said, let's get into it. All right. So we are only just beginning, but I can't hold back my excitement anymore. DJ Amen, I'm gonna kick things off big. I'm talking real big. Take a look at this. Yeah, dreams really do come true because the Selfie Series is live, baby.
This is it, we in the future now.
Everything I've ever dreamed of, I get a chance to be a part of right here, right now, today. Now, we had a chance to do this one-of-a-kind experience that allows fans to turn themselves into their favorite characters in action figure form, right? Hey, man.
Let's go.
Look, man, I'm already kind of nervous.
Yeah?
Okay, because this is something I've dreamed of my entire life. I grew up collecting and playing with toys, but for me to have the opportunity to put my face on a Hasbro action figure.
It's crazy, man. This is it.
Can I get into one?
Nobody before us has been able to do this.
No! And this is my first time actually seeing it.
Today's the day.
Off the grid, I'm going a little off the cuff. I'm gonna just go ahead and share this moment with you guys watching at home. They brought these boxes out here to me yesterday, and I told them, no, I don't want to see them until we're live,
right,
because I want to have that genuine reaction as a fan. This is something I dreamed of doing, so I'm just gonna reach. I don't know which character it is, but this is the Selfie Series box right here. And when you scan your face, it's gonna come to you just like this. This is incredible packaging. Check it out. And then you get to have this moment just like how I'm about to have this moment. Nervous, but we're going for it. Oh, yes! Okay, listen, I'm an Imperial Stormtrooper, baby. I'm an Imperial Stormtrooper.
Man.
Oh, man.
The box and everything.
I'm sorry, I know I gotta show it to the camera. I'm sorry, but I'm having a little moment. I'm trying not to shake, but this is incredible. This is incredible. I'm an Imperial Stormtrooper. Look at me. Look at that young, handsome man. Look at him. Even in toy form, I look handsome, eh, man? All right, so we got one here, right? I can get into another one. Can I get into another one? I could pull the second one? I'm pulling the second one. Let's pull the second one. Woo!
Wow, wow. Look at you.
Look at me.
You a ninja.
I'm Snake Eyes, too. I'm Snake Eyes. Look at this. Look at this. Come on now, do you see how great the resemblance is? They got the hair detail down, they got the nose down, they got the eyes down. That's me! That's me! Mama, I made it! Mama, I made it! I got my own action figure. We're getting to our last one. I don't know what it is. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Come on, man!
Wow.
I'm also the Mandalorian. I'm also Mando. I can be Mando. You can be Mando. You can be Mando.
I'm trying to be Mando.
Come on now.
I'm trying to be Mando. Before this day is over, I gotta be one of those.
Okay, I gotta go with the Mando. I gotta go with Mando. I gotta go with Mandalorian. Can we just take a look at me really fast? Let me get closer in here. Let me back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Let me show you guys. Bow, bow. Here's this going. Look at that. Look at that. This is what the Selfie Series is. This is a dream come true to me. Mom, I know you're watching at home. I know you're proud. I know you're proud of me. I know you are. And I can't believe how amazing this looks. They even got down, look, even the chin hair. They nailed the chin hair.
They got your hair and everything. Look.
I got the Beskar arm on.
Look at you.
Come on,
You better go get you a Grogu, man.
Oh, yes, I will need Grogu with me. I need Boba Fett to ride with me too. It's gonna be amazing. Of course, I got my Imperial Stormtrooper right here. Me as Snake Eyes right here. Me as Mando right there.
Yes, sir.
I think it's every fan's dream to see themselves as action figure form. This thing was reserved for movie stars. It's now for everyone. And the innovation that goes into these 6-inch big, highly articulated Hasbro Selfie Series figures is unbelievable. So I'm at Comic-Con.
Yep.
They got the Hasbro Pulse booth.
Yeah.
I take off sprinting straight toward it because I know what's there. I know they're getting ready to show me something with the Selfie Series.
Yeah.
I go through the whole process, phone in hand, scan the front face, 3/4, profile, 3/4, profile. Next thing you know, it's all done. And I get a chance to have this as the final reveal. So make room for yourself on your shelf because starting right now, that's right, right now, you can immortalize yourself in action figure form. But wait, more. To celebrate Hasbro Pulse Con, Hasbro Pulse is offering fans the chance to get their Hasbro Selfie Series figure for $59.99. Now, they're usually $79.99, so I don't know about you, but I'd be jumping on that ASAP. As always, Hasbro Pulse Premium members receive free shipping. Scan the code below to learn more, or visit HasbroPulse.com/Selfie Series. And just as a reminder, the Hasbro Pulse Selfie Series experience is exclusively on the Hasbro Pulse app. For US fans only, 16 and older.
Wow. Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
It's crazy!
It's crazy.
It's not...
You made it. You made it, Cleo.
Hey, man, I don't know if these are ever coming out the box. They might have to stay in box, man. Now, before we switch over to the next brand panel,
Yeah.
DJ A-Man, can you give us a taste of what's to come?
Nah, Cleo. I'm gonna get you pumped up for what's to come. You ready?
What you got for me?
It's about that time.
Yes!
It's about that time. You know what it is.
Yeah!
Everybody knows what it is. Come on.
Hey, robot meets the eye. I mean, that's how we're starting off the show. That's how we're starting off the show. That's what I'm talking about.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get into it, man.
This is amazing, man. This is how we're kicking off the show. We got Selfie Series, and now we're jumping right into Transformers. Mentally, I'm already on Cybertron. I can feel the energy building up. Let's see what the Transformers brand team has in store for you. Let's get our first guest out here. It's Isabella from the Team Transformers. Isabella, what's up?
How's it going, Cleo?
How are
my
you?
friend?
Good to see
Amazing.
you.
How
Good
are
to see
you?
We got DJ A-Man on the ones and twos,
DJ
man.
Amen.
That's right, that's right. Take a seat, take a seat.
Thank you.
Sure. How you feeling, Isabella?
Oh, God. Cleo, I'm doing great. I am so happy to be here. I mean, Hasbro Pulse Con 2022.
Yes.
Can you believe it? We're here already.
I'm so excited for everything that you get a chance to reveal this weekend. Of course, we have day 1 now, day 2 tomorrow, but you're pulling up with Transformers.
Oh, yeah.
I know everyone's excited already about that. Transformers, how could you not be?
Look, okay, now I gotta say, before we get started though, just real quick. I gotta rep my own wardrobe today, give a quick shout out. Check out this t-shirt, what do you think?
Optimus, in all of his glory.
There you
In
go.
all his glory, yes. So this is really, really cool. I'm super excited about it because it was designed by our fans, essentially, for our fans, I should say, for Hasbro's amazing fans. And this is something that you guys have probably likely already seen on a few of our fan streams, but we've added some new exciting t-shirt designs, exclusive designs that are gonna be available today, including Hasbro Pulse Con 2022.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's hear it. So you guys at home, everyone can rep your favorite brands, just like the shirt that I'm wearing here today. So be sure to check out, I think we've got a QR code, so go ahead and scan it. And you guys can get your favorite brand, or all of them, honestly, because it's really hard to pick favorites. Rep the threads, just like the rest of us here today. All right, so I don't know, Cleo, what do you say? Should we get started? Get some new news going on here?
Absolutely, let's get to it. We're right out of our Selfie Series. I'm still trying to just process the fact that I saw myself as a Mandalorian. I saw myself as Snake Eyes. I saw myself as an Imperial Trooper. Don't tell me I can see myself as like Optimus Prime next. Don't say that.
I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
But,
Okay, all right.
but what I do want to do, actually, I want to start us off a little bit differently today.
Okay.
You think we might be able to let our fans decide where we start?
Yeah, absolutely. This is for them at home watching anyway. Amen. We should give it to the fans, right?
All right.
To the fans.
Let the fans control the show. Let's go.
Amazing. Okay, you guys. So, for all of you at home, let us know in the chat right now, what do you want to see first? We've got 3 hashtags for you, okay? So hashtag what you want to hear about first. We've got toy reveals, we've got franchise updates, or the Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
Let us know in the chats right now. What's it gonna be?
I think that me and Amen should also have our votes included.
That's
right?
fair.
So I'm gonna call for hashtag Hall of Fame. I want hashtag Hall of Fame. Amen.
Beautiful.
I don't know, man. I'm a Hall of Famer too, so I think
Oh, we got 2 votes for Hall of Fame
Chat,
already.
Hall of Fame. We want the Hall of Fame in there. Hashtag Hall
I
of Fame.
don't know. It's looking like we might have something. Oh, it's gonna be a tie. I mean, well,
They
what can
want
I
the
say?
franchise updates.
You know,
Come on,
you
dude.
know that we have a ton of reveals coming in, and we're seeing on screen right now what
Yeah.
might be the winner today. I'm not sure, but
Starting off, they already want to go there. I get it, but we got Hall of Fame, we got the franchise updates. You could be rolling out something that people don't even are aware of.
Right.
I saw the rumors. Here we go with the answers up, and it looks like, yeah.
toy reveals.
The toy reveals, of
Come
course,
on.
of course.
Who are we kidding, right?
Yeah, we knew.
We know
what you guys are here
wanted.
for. Come on.
Plastic is king after all.
That's right. That's right.
All right, well, I guess we should get started with our toy reveals then. And for this, I'd like to call in some backup if that's okay with you.
Absolutely. Bring them in.
All right, so we've got the rest of the incredible Transformers franchise team standing by. Let's bring in my good friend VMAC.
Thanks, Isabella.
Hey, VMAC, welcome to PulseCon 2022. We're gonna kick it off with our toy reveals. Take us away.
Perfect. It's almost like we knew you guys were going to pick toy reveals. It's almost like we've done this a few times. Thanks so much for joining us today. We are the Transformers team. We are super excited to kick off Pulse Con 2022. My name is BMAC. I work on the product marketing team for Transformers. I'm joined today to start this thing off by Evan. Hey, Evan, how are you?
Hi, BMAC. I'm doing well.
Perfect. Evan works on our product marketing team. I can't believe it's been another, year since we did the last Pulse Con. It's going to be a lot of fun. But if you guys have been paying attention, you might know what we're going to be revealing today. We have a bunch of new Legacy items for you. Our social kind of revealed. I think you're going to know Legacy Evolution. You can see it up there behind us now. So let's take a kind of look at the poster that you guys will be seeing on the side of pack here, and then get to typing in the comments and let us know what you're seeing here before we start doing these reveals. I mean, this thing's pretty sick, right?
It is pretty sick. Mark worked very closely with our packaging team to get that worked on.
Mark worked very hard with our packaging team to get this layout for you guys. So definitely tell us what you're seeing. But I mean, let's kick it off. I definitely see something right here. Core class Dinobots, like is that really a thing?
It is, it is, it is.
All right, so let's take a look at our first character. You can see him in Dino mode here up on the screen. Again, Dave White always killing it. When we look at the next picture here, we can see him in his bot mode. He's got a fun blaster there. But obviously you guys actually want to see what's up, and I'll stop talking and we'll let Evan kind of tell you what's going on here. So let's take a look at the actual product here on the table.
All right, so here we have Core Class Slug. Worked on this guy with Shusan, and it's very interesting. There's going to be a little bit of a gimmick to these Core Class Dinobots that I'm going to get to when I get to our next reveal. But essentially, yeah, we wanted to make sure that you could get all the Dinobots in 1 year, so that's why we're doing that. And then when we went back and forth designing these guys, I was talking to Takara Tomy, and it was just like, hey, what colorings do you guys want to do on this? Because as fans know, it's like the toy colors and the animation colors are pretty different here and there.
Yep.
And they were like, actually, we would really like to do animation colors for these guys. And it was like, absolutely, let's go. So Slug has this red head instead of the black head.
Perfect. And Core Class is obviously a great way for us to get these in the line altogether, right? Obviously, we can't do it at Leader Class,
right?
But we want to continue to do these top tier characters at Core Class for you. So this was a great way of being able to pull that off.
Exactly, and it was a very easy sell-in because it's just like, hey, we want to do Dinobots, and everybody's like, Dinobots, yeah, go for it.
Perfect. All right, so when I put all this together, I didn't have packaging, but magically it showed up. But let's take a look at the artwork for the box. Big up on the screen, we're going to show it to you. You can see Slug here in Dino mode, and then in this next image here, we get a quick look at his version in bot mode. Amazing packaging artwork. Again, Christina and Mario always killing it. But you'll see this packaging color scheme, these blues and greens will run throughout Evolution. And then you can take a look here. You can see we actually did get a sample in right now.
We did.
Yeah, anything else you want to add to Slug while we show off this box quick?
Just, it's a Core Class Dinobot. It's fantastic. Shusan and I worked on all of them. Mario and Christine blew the packaging out of the water. It just gets better every year.
It does. So, it's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm always happy to show that off.
All right. So that's Slug, first Core Class. I said Dinobots, so I suppose maybe we have a second Dinobot. So let's take a look up on screen. Image here. You can see Sludge in his Dino mode. And then you can check out this next image here. We see him in his bot mode. This is great. He's very excited to be at PulseCon as well. He just came through the portal for Legacy Evolution. You can see the portal's a little different colors here, right? Blues and greens. We're sticking with that. So let's take a look at him here on the table.
Yep, so here we go. We have Core Class Sludge right here. Everybody's favorite Brontosaurus, which for a while wasn't a dinosaur and then became a dinosaur again after they did more research, as archaeology always does.
That's fine, that's fine.
He was my favorite when I was a kid because I loved those types of dinosaurs. But yes, some of you are probably looking at him being like, what is hanging off his legs? So I can start talking about the gimmick for these guys. The Dinobots this year are actually going to be a combiner. So if you buy into all 6 Dinobots,
Combiner?
Yes.
What?
And 6.
6 of them? You said 6? There's 6 Dinobots?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Which, get me anxiety all freaking night being like, I'm designing a 6 Dinobot. Is this allowed? And then we actually pulled from some of our history to make the 6 Dinobots, so fans will know who he is. But yes, so as I was saying, this guy is going to be a combiner. So what you're seeing right here is now the combined form of Slug and Sludge to form the chest. And what's super exciting about this is the combining ports on all these guys are 5mm. So it works in our weaponizers, our modulators, our fossilizers. So if you've been buying into those systems, you can use these guys as components to it as well. And then
Our fans come up with some crazy stuff with all of that, so I can only imagine what we're gonna get by the
crazy monstrosities, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, but they're always a good time. But yeah, we thought this would be really fun, and we wanted.
I mean, I'm excited. Volcanicus, right?
It is Volcanicus.
That's
yes,
awesome.
Correct.
So yeah, you'll see that on the pack. But here, let's take a look at the artwork from the pack. We definitely have some more beautiful artwork. You can see Sludge here in his Dino mode. In the next image, you can see him in his Bot mode. Again, this is appearing on pack. We did just get a sample, literally made it to the studio yesterday. Amazing here, very good stuff. You can see it up on the table again. And I didn't address it yet, but we do have QR codes again this year for all of our items. Again, in core class, they are inside on the instruction sheet. Deluxe and above, they moved where they are on the box, but we can kind of point that out for you when we get there. So, 2 Dinobots.
2 Dinobots.
We have more later in the year, I guess, right? Because we were pretty early. We're showing you guys everything of what's going on right now from something that's not coming out till the beginning of next year. So we're a few months out. We're very early.
Exactly.
With this. So let's take a look here. We got one more core class reveal for the day. We're going to show you Sound Blaster. I mean, this is cool, right? I love Soundwave. I always talk about Soundwave. So for me, I'm just obviously excited to have this guy in here. In this next image here, you can see him in his Bot mode. Super cool. Has his sonic cannon on his shoulder. Just great. Comes with that little slug cassette. So let's finish out core. Let's talk about it.
Yes. So the last for Wave 1 is going to be Sound Blaster, who debuted in Transformers Headmasters. So yeah, completely beautiful. This was a Hasui design.
Okay.
And it's just a fantastic redeco. So it's the reason that he has a purple chest in this is because we were being accurate to the animation as opposed to like the red chest, which was the toy deco version.
Okay, cool.
So
cool.
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure that we got in the animation accurate version this time.
Nice.
But it's just a great solid black redeco of
Super
Soundwave.
fun. Like, it's a great toy. Even if you don't, like, if you have Soundwave, you still need this one, right? So
Absolutely.
Let's take a look here. We have the packaging artwork. You can see, again, it has that little slug cassette that we revealed when we showed off Soundwave and Kingdom last year. Comes with Sound Blaster. Super fun here. The next image we look at, we have him in his Bot mode. We can take a quick look here at the packaging up on the table. Again, amazing, very cool that we got to have this here. So that, yeah, that is core class.
Core class.
Evan, thanks for being here.
No problem.
Let's take a look at this Legacy Evolution poster again one more time. Like, I think people might have some more stuff to say after they get a chance to look at it. So what are you guys seeing here? We're seeing it full screen again. Again, Mark worked on this. Amazing job with him and the packaging team. Put this together. There are definitely some Easter eggs here. Some of this we'll address today. Some of it we won't. We don't know. We're gonna find out. So, all right. I think I have a new friend. So, hey Mark, what's going on, man?
Hello.
Oh, look guys, the beard's back. We might get some reveals.
The beard is back, but I do not think the beard's long enough for any reveals, but I think I might have stashed something in your beard before we started.
That's magic, because I didn't know you touched my beard. That's pretty good. All right. So, let's get right into it, right? We got more reveals for Legacy. Okay, so you guys know we made Motormaster last year. He was the combiner. We made Menasor, so obviously means there's still one more piece to Menasor, right? So, I mean, we got to get it to you. Let's get him up on the screen. Let's take a look. We have Breakdown. You can see him here in his car mode. Again, amazing shots. Shout out to Dave White for making this happen. He crushed this for us. Amazing new diorama this year. You can see we're in a different part of the world of Legacy. And then you can see him here in his Bot mode. Super fun, has his blaster, has his little spoiler as a little weapon. So let's take a look here on the table.
So finally, you get to complete your Menasor combiner with your right leg element here, Breakdown. So I got to work with Hasui-san on Breakdown. He's actually a partial Wild Rider. Came out fantastic. Absolutely love this guy. I mean, obviously, you noticed that we got the spoiler in there, but the new thing for the Evolution series, we started off with the Energon weaponry, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And now the Evo Fusion is taking over for our Legacy characters.
Perfect.
So you'll get to see like it's almost like an evolution of the Energon weaponry kind of fused together with one of the vehicles. So like as you can see here for Breakdown, the spoiler does pop off. It actually attaches to his blaster weapon and become
Very cool.
like an axed blade.
Okay, nice.
So throughout the line, you'll see all these kinds of cool characteristics of all these individual bots, like having some kind of almost like upgraded element to them.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll definitely get into that with our next reveal for sure. But I don't actually have any packaging images to show you. This just kind of came together, and I actually got this sample in just the other day. So I fought long and hard for everybody, knowing that you had all of your Menasor pieces in the Legacy Year 1 look. I wanted to make sure that you were going to get Breakdown in the new year in this packaging. So you will see a regular Legacy box sitting on the shelf with all of our new Legacy Evolution stuff for Wave 1, so that if you are a Mitten box collector, you can actually collect these all in the right same packaging. Again, has that Menasor logo on the back, super great here, and you can see the only part that will be different is the QR code is up on top this year. So
Huge up for that one, man. You get big kudos. BMAC worked very hard to be able to get the packaging correct with the other Starticons. I mean, that's just a very chef's kiss moment for this guy.
All right, perfect. So let's roll right into this next one, right? So next, like this is where we're gonna really get into that Evo Fusion. Let's take a look up on screen. You can see here we have Scraphook. Scraphook, kind of a new character's thinking. Let's take a look at his alt mode here. You can see it's a tow truck. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
So,
man.
Like, let's talk about this. What's going on?
I mean, you finally get some new Junkions in the mix here, and not only are these Junkions brand new characters, here Scraphook is looking awesome with his steel eye patch and all kinds of cool accessories. His vehicle mode does actually almost like kind of pop apart, and basically you can get other Junkions throughout the line and put those Junkion vehicle parts on top of this guy, much like you see in the Junkions in the '86 movie, where a couple of the Junkions like put each other's robot parts on after they crash and burn. So you can actually do that with this character as well, as arms and legs do pop off as well. So he's basically a new evolution of our weaponizer, fossilizer, like character.
This is great. Like, I mean, I can't, like, it'll be funny. Like, if you guys buy 2 of these, you'll be able to take the front end off your second toy, take the rear end off the first toy, and you can have 2 front ends. So, like, you could just, like, have this crazy tow truck thing that's driving around with that battering ram on the front. Very Mad Max style, too, right? Because that plays into the Junkion look and all of the colors we have going on here. So this is insane. This system is nuts. Like when we took this on, I don't know, what, 18 months ago, we started talking about this. We were like, is this even possible? How do we make weaponizers better?
Takara Tomy does it again. I mean, Jima-san worked with me on this, and he really did an amazing job on the engineering. So not only is this guy able to like pop apart into several different accessories and be a buildable platform with all your other guys, he does transform without parts forming as well.
Oh, that's like insane. Like the fact that you guys pulled that off is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Very good. All right, so let's take a look at the packaging. You can kind of see what Mark's talking about. On the back of pack here, you definitely see all those pieces that come apart to do that weaponizer system we've been talking about. But you can see that Evo Fusion call out here on pack. Again, this is your first deluxe pack you're looking at, that blue and green packaging. It's beautiful, that Evo Fusion logo. There's kind of a little spoiler.
I mean, it's a little spoiler, yeah.
Like we had to show you like what it could do. So every new character in Legacy Evolution in Deluxe class and above, anybody that's not a package refresh, does have an Evo Fusion ability. So we will call it out. Breakdown, because he's here, he got to have that one that Mark alluded to a second ago. But yeah,
which was actually really tough, that one, because we already planned him in Legacy, like the first half here, and now like he's coming out in Evolution. It's like we had to kind of pre-plan like what that Evo Fusion capability was going to be. So
yeah, perfect. All right, so that's 2 deluxe. We did just spoil the next one.
Yeah, we did spoil.
I think we may as well just kind of take a look. You can see here that when we announced Armada Starscream, I kind of like alluded to the fact we weren't done with Armada. So we got Armada Hotshot here in his close-up bot mode. We can take a look at the next image. You see him here in his alt mode. He has that awesome engine block sticking out the front. This is, again, great. I love this new diorama shoot. Can't wait to shoot on it all year. But let's take a look at the toy. Let's talk about it.
I mean, I love the fact that we're getting Armada in the mix here on and that's what Legacy really is all about. It brings like all your characters that you know and love from all different series, and they're jumping through portals, they're all combining, and this is just a Festivus of bots. So, great, worked with Kunihiro-san on this guy, and you can see his engine block does turn into his double blaster rifle. He also does have his Axel Zuka here, which is his Evo Fusion capability. I don't know if I can get this going right now, but I'm gonna do it anyways because why not? Kablowie, and then not only that, you get the goggles down and this translucent on there. Ooh, this guy came out fantastic.
This thing is so good. I love the colors on this. He's super fun. I had a chance to play with him the other day while Dave was shooting him, and it's just a fun toy, right? Like,
yeah.
It's just, I mean,
the sports cars.
You can't
sick.
You
It's
can't
like the look of Armada is so different, but yet it also like fits into the Legacy shelf. You know what I mean?
Very
That's
much
what's
so.
great about these characters.
So yeah, perfect. All right, let's take a look at the packaging for him. You can see here his Evo Fusion, like Mark showed you, calls out that his Axel Zuka, as I guess.
His Axel, I was just calling it that.
Hey, we're going to trademark that now. We are on the brand, right? So this will be fine.
I know.
Again, you can see this beautiful artwork. He's got his name there, calling out Armada Universe. So yeah, this is super fun. So we got, that was 3.
That was 3.
So that means there's 4. So we have 1 more. This one I think is going to kind of blow people's minds because we normally don't do this type of vehicle at deluxe scale, and I think they're really going to love it. So let's have a look. Our final deluxe character doesn't need an introduction, but we have Needle Nose here with his Target Masters. This is great. See him here in bot mode. Yeah, again, deluxe jet, very cool. You can see him here in his jet mode. There's a lot going on. This opens up a ton of possibilities for us and what we're able to do in Transformers. So let's talk about it.
If some of you guys remember back, I think it was in Aaron Gray days, we had a fan vote. And this guy lost the fan vote, but a lot of people wanted him, and so did I, really. I mean, I love my Target Masters, so just because, we want to complete your little mini sub-collection of Target Master guys, we had to have Needle Nose. I mean, it's just such an essential element. He's got Sunbeam and Zigzag with him, which are dope. They actually do transform into blasters, and they also do combine, and they become like almost an extra thruster for his engine, which is pretty bananas. Worked with Ataku-san and Takara Tomy on this, and came out stellar. I mean, it really, articulation, the look, the colors, like this guy just really is gonna knock a lot of socks.
I remember when I joined the brand and like we were talking about characters to look at in the future, and I was like, do you think we can do deluxe jets? And we weren't really sure we were ever gonna get there, but the fact we were able to pull this off is insane. So let's take a look at the packaging for Needle Nose. You can see here the front and back. His Evo Fusion is that those guys combine together to make the weapon. Super fun. Again, just look for that call out on pack. There's going to be a lot of fun. When we get to show you Wave 2 and really show you that Junkion capability, it's going to be great.
And there's actually a little secret for the jet mode that we're not going to even show now, but it's going to show a little bit later on.
There's more secrets
when we
going
get
on?
into little other characters.
Perfect. All right, so that is 7 so far. We have 3 core that we revealed. We have the 4 deluxe. So obviously Voyager would be next. Are we going good or evil first?
Evil always for me.
I agree. So, but we're going to go good first because obviously we have Leo Prime. You can see him here on screen in his bot mode. This is great. We're sticking around with it. Let's check him out in his beast mode. Super fun here. Again, we're going into more universes with this. You went very realistic with this lion, so let's talk about that.
Well, I mean, coming off of Kingdom, why would you not go realistic? Well, I mean, I know some of you guys know the animation that he actually appears. His lion mode is very manga, cartoon aesthetic, but since we just coming off fresh of Kingdom and we just did that Tarantulas with the real spider mode that everyone really is digging, all of the realistic animals. I figured why not for this Leo Prime.
Yeah, it looks great.
And this guy is just like a mini masterpiece. Shusan worked on this guy from Takara Tomy, and man, he's just stellar. He's got everything. He's got all the gimmicks. He's got his Lion Typhoon fold-out mane with all the blasters and the missiles. He's even got a chest panel that opens up, and you can see the Matrix leadership
perfect.
inside. Yep. I mean, articulation is bananas. There's even some fold-out claws that come out of his paws on the back of his arm here. You might be able to see him there, and that nice gold, molded gold aesthetic here. I mean, the colors came out
this thing is
really proper.
This color, everything about this is great. So
articulated lower jaw, don't forget that.
Yeah. Mark went all out. So let's take a look at the packaging for this guy. You can see here, again, beautiful big lion on the front, the bot mode panel on the side. Again, Mark actually showed off here in the model that he has his lion, his main accessories going on there.
His Evo fusion capability, if you will, but it's kind of known as that Typhoon line, that Lion Typhoon attack from the series that he features in the Japanese series. But yeah, I mean, Leo Prime finally stepping into a legacy line is just a beautiful addition to have, like, a couple Optimuses now are jumping
some
in.
Optimuses, maybe something going on in that poster. I don't know. You guys will have to look again. All right, so we have one more legacy reveal. We obviously both align to Decepticons and liking the baddies. I think you guys, are you ready for this? You might have an idea of what's coming, but none other than Comic Universe Tarn has joined the world of Legacy. You see him here, strutting his stuff, walking through the portal. He's in the world. Super great bot mode. But let's also take a look at this tank mode in this image here. Again, Dave killing it with these shots. Yeah.
Always shout out to Dave White on the shots.
And the purples here that you accomplished with this, like in these photos, that just pops. It's beautiful. I love it.
There's a lot of shout outs for Tarn. I mean, Alex Milne is the one who designed this guy for IDW Comics. Shout out to them. Shout out to Yuya-san, who did a stellar job on the proportions of this dude, and just like the transformation, the articulation. I mean, you know me in purple, I love my purple. So like, I really went in here and tried to get it as accurate as possible to the comic panels, and he really does sing. He's got the light piping in the eyes, so it looks like that one comic cover that he's like lit up. He's the leader of the Decepticon Justice Division, as you know. He does have his double-barreled ion fusion blaster. This thing does pop off. There's all kinds of types of 5mm ports on here. You can do all kinds of different kinds of loadouts here. Man, there's so much in this guy. It's so much. Like, it's just bananas. You guys are gonna absolutely love this dude when you get him.
When this thing showed up in the office and I got to see like the EP2 sample of it, I was just blown away. When we started designing the line back in 21, we're like, we have to get Tarn in. This is great. I suppose now we can kind of like...
Didn't even say his Evo Fusion blast capability. His Evo Fusion blast capability, like I was talking about, the ion fusion cannons, they actually do combine, and it's an enormous rifle blast.
Oh,
it's
right.
Wild.
Yeah. You guys will see, actually, we have that. You'll see it in the ecom photos. Dave did take that photo for us. You can see it's huge. It's awesome. Yeah, so let's take a look at this final package. All right, so, I mean, there you go.
There it is. There it's showcased.
Look how big that cannon is. This is basically just this like giant bazooka that you can just run around. That's an ion cannon. Yeah. So now it's like Megatron style power, except with Tarn. Right?
I mean, I don't know if he'll ever trump Megatron, but as you know from the series, you'll see that confrontation, how that goes down. But I mean, Tarn is so faithful to the Decepticon cause. As you can see, he fused the faceplate of the Decepticon symbol to his head. It's pretty wild. It's just the whole storyline with this guy is just bananas. That package art came out sick. Shout out to Mario and Christina, Amy, everybody on top of that. Even I think Picture Plane Imaging does like some of the illustrations as well. They knocked it out of the park. Just a little Energon fizzles streaming across this package. I mean, evolution, baby. Yeah.
Blue and green always looks good together, right? So this is great. All right, so that's our legacy evolution reveals. Some of you at home are probably sitting there going, but wait, there's no leaders. Turns out, guys, that COVID-19 is still a thing. Obviously, we started Legacy Year 1 a little late, so for the start of the year, you're still just going to kind of be seeing your Dragon Megatron, Transmetal 2 Megatron that Sam worked on, still be on the shelf to start the year. We will have leaders at Wave 2, 3, and 4 for the year. We have some goodies when we finally do get to reveal
I
our
still
leader.
gotta get my T2 Megatron. I still gotta get my hands on
Gotta get
that.
it. But so yeah, sound off in the comments. Tell us what you guys are liking, what you didn't like. Let us know what you think is still coming based on that poster, because there's
a
definitely
lot of
stuff,
Easter eggs. A lot of Easter eggs
in there. Hit us up on the socials. Obviously, we'll do our behind-the-scenes stuff, or I should say, Mark and Evan will do their behind-the-scenes stuff. I'm not very important when it comes to that. I just show the cool poster because that's what marketing people do, right? So like, we're looking at this poster again. Obviously, that center focal point. You can officially confirm it's Tarn.
Well, I mean, is it now?
Is it?
Really?
Right?
There's a couple elements there in the design that throw me for a loop. I don't know who that character might be, but we'll see. We will see.
All right. So let's take a break from toys just for a few minutes here. I'm going to throw it to Isabella and my past self, along with a couple of special guests for a reveal that we kind of teased during our last fan stream when I magically kind of changed my shirt, right? That was kind of weird. Got to put on that, swole short sleeve shirt, show off my my fun not tan. So
It looked like a delicious piece of broccoli. I was on top of it. I was like, ooh, what's that?
all right, so let's have a look.
Hey everyone! Thank you so much for joining us today. I am super excited that we're joined by some very special guests here. BMAC, always a pleasure to see you.
Always super fun to be here. Very excited to finally bring this collaboration to life. As you can guess by the fans, or our friends that we have above and with us today. Gavin, Matt, always a pleasure. Gavin, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, yeah, so good to see y'all. My name's Gavin Verhey. I'm from Wizards of the Coast, and I'm a principal designer on a little game called Magic: The Gathering. And Magic has visited many worlds and has many cool sets over its 30-year history. But we've also started doing some awesome collaborations with other franchises. And as you might guess, as BMAC just alluded to from who's on the screen in front of you, well, you probably have a pretty good idea about what we're going to announce. It is pretty exciting, and I cannot wait for you to hear all about it. Matt, walk us through a bit of what's going on.
Thanks, Gavin. I'm Matt Danner, Senior Creative Lead over here at Magic: The Gathering. And in Brothers War, our nostalgic set about gigantic robot battles, we'll actually be introducing for the first time ever some Universes Beyond cards in a main Magic set. That's right. Transformers will be joining us, and these cards can be found in set boosters and collector boosters. Additionally, you'll be guaranteed one in every single bundle that you find. So, pretty excited to be part of this collaboration. Really excited to invite Transformers into our Universes Beyond cards.
Yes, we are so thrilled to be a part of this historic moment in Magic: The Gathering history, if you will. So Transformers coming into Magic: The Gathering. We have a total of 15 different cards that are going to be Transformers cards, specifically a part of this set. And today we are so excited to be able to reveal a few of them with you here. We got to start out with the iconic leader of the Autobots, of course. So let's hear it for Optimus Prime. Take a look at this beautiful artwork. Now, as you can see here, each card has both the alt mode as well as bot mode version of the character and another version that we have going on here. It looks maybe a little different to what you might normally expect. Matt, what do you think?
Well, so yeah, so as you can see, this version of Optimus is a little bit different than I think, we're used to seeing him, right? Those husky blues have turned red. That can't be good. The typical heroic red, white, and blue paint job is turned this purple and green, and is that a purple Autobot symbol that I see there? Ben, you want to talk a little bit about what's going on with Optimus here?
Yeah, so for our Magic fans who are joining us to watch this, Shattered Glass is our alternate universe for Transformers, where the Autobots have become the evil rulers and tyrants of Cybertron, and our Decepticons are the heroic, voice of the people. So lots of fun going on there. So this is this is the version of Optimus who was the ruler and tyrant and just beat down the people on Cybertron. So you can see him here as his kind of evil self. So, yeah, I don't know. A lot of fun here.
Really cool stuff, right? We've got a new alt frame. As you can see, those of you that are very observant at home are taking a look at that new expansion symbol, where we have kind of the Autobot next to Decepticon logo. And BMAC, not too different from the shirt that you're rocking there. So yeah, well, this is really an awesome opportunity that the design team here at Wizards of the Coast, led by Glenn Jones, was able to kind of top-down design these cards, really working from, hey, who is this character? How do they interact? And then bringing them into the mechanics of Magic. So really awesome integration here. Super, super cool collaboration with the teams over there as well. I am noticing something a little bit different here, though. We're seeing these don't transform, they convert. Isabella, can you talk a little bit about what's going on there?
Yes, I can just hear everybody, all you Transformers fans at home, yelling at us through your screens. Why aren't you just calling it transform if that's the magic keyword to begin with? Well, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room, or should I say the flat-nose semi-truck in the room. For legal and trademarking purposes, we cannot say that our robots transform. But what this did give us the opportunity to do was bring in something that is so special and unique to the Transformers universe and integrate it into Magic the Gathering, which, Gavin, can you tell us a little bit about what this is?
Yes, we've got two brand new mechanics on this card. We've got More Than Meets the Eye and Living Metal. I'm going to kind of walk through here what's going on. So this is a double-sided card. So there's a card on actually both sides. Pretty cool. And what More Than Meets the Eye lets you do is you can pay 1 mana cost in the top right-hand corner, as normal, play Optimus Prime, and you get him right here in his bot mode. Or you can pay the More Than Meets the Eye cost to play it on its other side in its alt mode as that wonderful truck. So it lets you kind of choose which one you want to play. It gives you a lot of flexibility and lets you choose how you want your Transformer to show up. On that alt mode, you'll notice it's got the ability Living Metal, which means it's a creature on your turn. So it's a vehicle. Normally in Magic, you have to crew your vehicles with other creatures or things like that. But in the world of Transformers, Optimus Prime doesn't need anyone to hop into the truck to make sure that he goes. He's ready to go all on his own. So on your turn, he's just always a creature, which is, of course, great for flavor. And also for gameplay means that any kind of sorcery speed removal spell or board sweeper, he's totally safe from those. So it's a really fun add into your vehicle decks to boot. So much cool stuff here. Matt, you want to take it with kicking us through some of the other preview cards we've got?
Yeah, we've got a ton of characters, a ton of cool cards to take a look at. First up, let's roll out with Goldbug. BMAC, take us away with Goldbug.
Goldbug's a lot of fun here, and you look at his Shattered Glass version. If you read the first mini-series that came with the toys last year, you know that Goldbug is kind of more the actual ultimate baddie of the Autobots. He wants to overthrow Optimus Prime. Spoiler alert if you actually didn't get to read that yet. And then you can see the G1 version. Everybody loves that VW-style design. Bumblebee, Goldbug being a slightly different character from within the universe. A ton of fun here. Obviously, just a great character. Matt, why don't you tell us who's next, though? It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, next up, I mean, we've seen a hero. I think it's time for a villain. It's time for a Decepticon. We can't talk Decepticons without talking about Starscream, right? We have the ever power-hungry Starscream here, and I talked a little bit about the mechanics here and how they really kind of convey the personality of that character, right? So Starscream wants to be the leader. Well, in his alt form, he's actually kind of painting the target on somebody, and the next time that you damage them in combat, you become the monarch. So he becomes the leader. His dreams have been fulfilled. You will get the monarch token, which will convert him back to his bot form, which will then kind of combo with the monarch token itself. When you start drawing cards, you'll really start putting the hurt on your opponents there. So that's Starscream. Pretty cool, pretty evocative of who he is as a character, as a bot.
I think he absolutely might be my favorite character in terms of like character abilities on here, because it is so perfect to your classic Starscream scheming and conniving in the background to supplant Megatron, and hey, he finally does it in Magic the Gathering. But I think we've got somebody else pretty exciting to take a look at. Let's go with another Decepticon, BMAC.
Yeah, so obviously everybody watching the stream knows Soundwave, my favorite. You can see here, this card is great, 100% making my commander deck. I love tokens, this is fun. We obviously couldn't do Soundwave without one of his cassettes, so this is going to make Laserbeak That's incredible. I can't wait to get my hands on this and play with it. Quickly, we'll look at the Shattered Glass version. Obviously, the raddest dude, very different. It's not so cold and calculated talking. He's very flowy and rock and roll. Tons of fun there. You can see his flowy green headband. Very excited to have both versions of these available to us in Magic the Gathering. All right, so that's Soundwave. Isabella, who do we have next?
Who indeed? Well, let's go with the more interesting character. I think we should talk about Slicer.
Right. So Slicer, super fun. Obviously, we have a Shattered Glass version of Slicer, supposed to be the opposite of Wheeljack from G1. However, when we were designing these cards, we needed them to keep their same names per se, right? So we actually got to create a G1 Slicer within this set. So you're looking at this going, oh, you know, this could be the antithesis of Wheeljack in G1 animation if he existed. Super cool, same style vehicle, very fun, very red, perfect for Magic. Very excited for this card. Yeah, we have
really cool. You look at that artwork and you think, oh yeah, I've seen this G1 before, or this G1 form before, and well, you haven't, right? This is something brand new that you know kind of has incepted its way into your nostalgia factor. So that's Slicer, super cool stuff there. But last and certainly not least, let's bring the heat with Flame War. Isabella, you want to talk to us about Flame War?
Yes, you gotta have some girl power up in here. Let's hear it for Flame War, just looking absolutely fierce and powerful in both her G1 and Shattered Glass card variants here. She is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. As a quick aside, I should mention for all our hardcore TF fans back home, we did model our G1 characters for Magic the Gathering, specifically after the G1 cartoon versions of our characters, which, you know, in some cases vary slightly from the G1 toys. So just throwing that quick note out there. But Flame War is another interesting character, and we had something a little bit maybe similar as BMAC was just talking about with Slicer. I guess, would you care to elaborate a bit on that one, BMAC?
Yeah, so Flame War is actually a fan-created character that does exist in Generations. She existed in the TCG we had before. Very fun, amazing character, but you'll see that she actually looks the same in her G1 style as she does in her Shattered Glass. Different art styles, but same color scheme. That was done on purpose. When you get this year's mini series in your hands, you will see that we actually explain why this is. It is done on purpose. It's very fun. Super excited to have Flame War finally have a G1 representation in terms of animation as if she could have existed. So that does it for reveals today. Gavin, why don't you kind of give us a little recap, make sure everybody knows where they'll be able to get these, and tell us what's up.
Yeah, so once again, totally exciting. Transformers meets Magic coming to you with Brothers War. You'll find these in set boosters, collector boosters, and one in every bundle. We've got a bunch of Transformers, we've got Shattered Glass versions, we've got regular versions of them. And so whether you want to align with the Autobots or Decepticons in either of their forms, you're good to go. And you will find these once again with Brothers War, which, you know, you might hear some more about in the upcoming days, so stay tuned for all of that. On behalf of Matt, Isabella, Ben, thank you so much for tuning in today, and we'll talk to you soon. And come back tomorrow for even more cool previews.
Well, that was great. I can't believe I finally got to work and announce that project. Been working on it for well over a year as a fan who used to work for Magic the Gathering running events. Super cool. Very excited. Can't wait for you guys to see more of that tomorrow with the Magic team. It's gonna be super fun. So, hey, back at Comic-Con, Evan, we revealed a Hero is Born 2-pack. You know, this amazing scene. You can see it here behind us, the big box on your screen. Evan, why don't you take us through this offering as a quick refresher? Let's take a couple look at these beauty shots again by Dave. We can see them up here on the screen. Again, this is the box, super big for you to see. Again, this is where Orion is getting fixed and kind of becoming something else. You can see Orion and Alpha Trion here in their action poses. In this next set of images, you get to see a little bit of a close-up here, everything they got going on in their accessories. You can see the key to to Vector Sigma, here in his hand. And then in this last set of beauty shots, you see that you can put that key into the top of Vector Sigma, and you kind of get to recreate the front of the box scene to a point. It's a lot of posability here. So let's actually show this product in hand, right? This is what they want.
Yeah, certainly. It's funny. You were asking me to tell them about it, and then you told them about it, which is fine because you've got it down, man. So yeah, here we go. We have Deluxe Class Orion packs packaged out with Voyager Class Alpha Trion, and then of course it comes with Vector Sigma and the key to Vector Sigma. super excited to finally show this off since we only showed off the packaging.
Yeah, this is great.
SDCC.
Super shiny Vector Sigma here.
Yes.
Right? Kind of makes me think about a most magical place on Earth I might want to visit. I don't know. A lot of fun there.
That or it just takes me back to like the 70s.
Very ready to get my bell bottoms out and my platforms, I think.
Exactly. But yeah, so I took this project over from Lenny. He kicked it off initially with Ejima-san and Kunihiro-san, who worked on the Studio Series Cup and the Studio Series Scourge that these figures are
That makes a lot of sense.
which I had worked with them on the Studio Series stuff, so this was super easy to take over.
Yep.
But yeah, this is a dream. As we know, I'm an Optimus Prime fan.
Are you? I've never noticed. When we do our fan streams, that shelf behind you, is that up now? Okay.
It's clearly not obvious enough, so I'll just have to jam pack it with a little bit more.
Even your shirt maybe says something. I don't know.
My brother got me this. So, yeah.
Perfect. All right, so this is your PulseCon exclusive of the year, right? Available today, 5 p.m. for premium members, 6 p.m. for the rest of you. This is incredible, super fun. There's a lot going on here. This pack is great.
Yeah, I'm super thrilled to share this with folks, and I know I'm going to get some comments like, why does Alpha Trion have a beard? And it's like, you have to give him the beard.
I mean, I love it. Obviously, I like the beard. The other fun part that I didn't mention, but I did mention this in a lot of press interviews, is that the great part about this pack is that it lets us talk about a point in time, that War Dawn episode.
Yes.
So Legacy is more than just everything coming together. There are points in time that are coming together too. Maybe that's a hint that there's other stuff in time that you're going to see. Yeah. But yeah, that's a lot of fun.
What's an 80s show without time travel shenanigans? So yeah, exactly.
All right. Hey, you want to stick around for a little bit longer? We can maybe do Transformers Hall of Fame?
Yeah, sure. I'm not going anywhere.
Perfect. All right. So PulseCon, we did this last year for you guys. We did the Hall of Fame here. So while we have everybody engaged, let's do it again this year. So you all took to the internet. Thank you so much. Tons of votes. We posted this on social a few weeks ago. Asked you to vote for your favorite animated character of the year, as well as your favorite Legacy toy of the year. So let's kick this off with Transformers Animated. As you all know, the Transformers world lost Derek Wyatt at the end of 2021, and we wanted to be sure his contributions to the brand were forever recognized in Transformers history.
Absolutely.
Evan, anything you want to add about Derek?
I never got to meet him in person, but the man had a vision for Transformers. He was a humongous, passionate fan, and Transformers Animated is one of the best pieces of entertainment we've gotten in the last 10, 20 years.
It's super fun.
It's super fun. And then the Allspark Almanac that just laid out his kind of plot for the season we didn't get and everything like that. It was a joy.
It's crazy. All right, so you all spoke and spoke loudly. In the beginning, I really thought Blitzwing was going to be the one to win. But in the end, your choice for favorite animated character with 17.5% of the vote is none other than Lugnut. This is great.
Yeah, it's Megatron's most loyal servant, and you thought the fans were trolling?
I thought I was getting trolled a little. I had to literally ask the team. I was just like, hey guys, is this for real, or is it just coming in, still kind of new to Transformers and its history? Obviously, I've watched the show, but I don't know the fandom in sense of when that show was on. So for those of you who do care, Blitzwing did come in second. However, Lugnut had well over 1,000 more votes, so that's pretty good
impressive.
There. He definitely won. So congrats, Lugnut. A well-deserved place among our favorite characters in Transformers history. Okay, so let's transition over to Toy of the Year. We talked about Legacy. You can see the poster here for year one behind us. We talked Legacy Evolution today, but obviously we have to recognize the first year of what we were able to accomplish with this line. I'm sure this is probably going to come as no surprise to everybody. Your Toy of the Year winner is Commander Motormaster.
Yeah. No, not at all.
You can see these beauty shots up here. Mark worked on this one with Takara. Again, the engineering feat here is incredible. Opens the door for what might be possible in terms of combiners in the future.
Yep.
Beautiful shots. Super thanks to
Mark and Ejima-san. They knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, it's very good. Super excited. So we also understand that you guys were also kind of voting for Menasor here in terms of your favorite character. So we didn't list him specifically, but we get it because you didn't have all of them, so we couldn't put him there. So
it's him and the Stunticons. You get the whole package.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Thanks again, Mark. That was great.
Thanks to.
Thank you.
And for those of you who are wondering, G-Axis actually came in a close second, losing by a little less than 150 votes. So I'm loving him too. Awesome. I'm glad that we were able to like kind of dig into these other.
Yeah, G2 comic book lore stuff. Yeah, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to do some more.
All right. Last but not least, we do have our human inductee for the year. Normally there'd be some big build-up and kind of an acceptance speech. This year, however, we took a slightly different approach, and we wanted to recognize someone who, without making the connection between Hasbro and Takara Tomy, Transformers most likely would have never existed. This year, we're honored to add Henry Orenstein to the Transformers Hall of Fame. The world also lost Henry in December of 2021, and we wanted to honor and thank him for his contributions of helping to bring Transformers to life. For those of you that don't know the history, Evan, why don't you enlighten us a little bit?
I can hit the broad strokes here. So for those that don't know Henry, he was essentially a Polish Jew who survived the World War II concentration camps.
Crazy.
He moved to the United States in 1947, and following the war, he changed his name from Henrik to Henry. He was a notable inventor. He had over like 100 patents to his name.
Over.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, he became like a toy inventor, and that's great. That's amazing. Essentially, he was the man who bolstered the deal between Takara Tomy and Hasbro in the 80s to bring Diaclone over here, because they knew that in the 80s, robots were hidden. They were huge, they were everywhere, and Hasbro wanted in on that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, there were so many robot brands being brought over to America at that time, and he could just see the value in this converting robot that other brands weren't doing. You were always just a robot, right? So, but yeah, that partner between Takara and Hasbro was born, and Transformers there. Thanks so much for taking me through it.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, and it's crazy to think about, right? It's been almost 40 years.
Almost 40 years.
That was in 1983, I think that deal was brokered. So if it wasn't for Henry, we wouldn't be here today.
There would be a hole in my life, yes.
So thank you, Henry, for your vision and knowledge and just understanding of the toy world. We wouldn't be here today without your contribution.
Yeah.
Mac, you are absolutely right. Henry Orenstein, what an absolutely phenomenal and invaluable part of the Transformers legacy. I mean, without him, none of us would be here today. Transformers wouldn't even exist. And frankly, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have a job. So thank you, Henry Orenstein. I couldn't think of a better and more perfect Hall of Fame inductee. Now, with that, I think we should head back into some more reveals. Don't you think, Cleo? Cleo?
Isabella, just can you give me 1 second? Just 1 second.
Cleo, you do realize we're still on air.
Yes, I know.
We're live.
I know we're live, but trust me, you're gonna want to see this.
What?
Are you ready?
All right,
Hey man, look. Look what we did. Look what we did.
No, dude, is that a light bright?
It's a light bright.
That's the light bright.
It's a whole light.
You guys, look at this magnificent glory. Oh my goodness. So that's what you've been doing this entire time back. I was trying to figure out, man.
I was in between watching all the great reveals. I saw this. You left it laying around. Me and Amen said you might as well put it together. So we put together an entire light bright.
Oh,
and as you can see, it's Optimus Prime.
He looks absolutely spectacular. Cleo, I think you kind of stole my thunder. This is what we've been waiting for. It is the biggest light bright yet. 16 by 16. It is massive. And guess how many little pucks are included in this?
I'm gonna say 2,000.
I think you need to go up a little bit.
3,000?
No, not quite.
Amen?
4,000?
4,000. 4,000.
6,000 pegs, you guys.
It felt like a
6,000
lot.
pegs. It's incredible. I mean, this is like a childhood dream come true. And not only do we have the beautiful Optimus Prime, but we have 3 different versions that you can choose from in this set.
3 different ones. So we get Optimus Prime. Who else do we get?
We get Bumblebee and that iconic G1 Autobot icon. It is absolutely beautiful. You can use this as a backdrop if you're on your Zoom calls. You can display it on the tabletop, and it's battery powered on and off light switch, so it's super easily accessible. English is hard sometimes. And God, it's spectacular.
I want this to decorate my toy room, my game room. I'm for sure putting this in the back of a Zoom call. Hey man, where are you putting this the next time you DJ?
I need all 3.
Yeah.
And I need them in my man cave.
In the man cave for sure.
Not a better place to put it, absolutely.
And this is the biggest one. This is the biggest light bright ever?
It's the biggest light bright yet. So that's like a pretty special moment for us here because Transformers is so thrilled to be a part of this collaboration with Lite-Brite, bringing it to life, literally lighting up your room. Ba-dum-bumps.
Love that, love that, love that. Great way to pull it in.
Amazing. So, look, let's keep going, right? We've got so much more to talk about today. I am really excited. I mean, fans, y'all have heard of it before, but let's talk a little bit about Transformers EarthSpark. This is going to be our all-new animated series for kids. It is action-packed, it is comedic, and it's an original series that will be premiering this November on Paramount Plus and Nickelodeon. We are so excited. It's essentially a brand new series that's introducing an entirely new generation of Transformers robots. And I might add, this is one of my favorite parts. It's the first time we're going to see Transformers robots who were born on Earth. And of course, there'll be a family who welcomes them in, a human family to care for our bots. And, you know, you can't have a Transformers show without some of our legacy and fan favorites. So obviously, we're gonna see those classic bots return, teaching the new bots what it really means to be in the world of Transformers, what it means to be a Transformers robot. So we've got a quick little special sneak peek for y'all. So let's take a look at this new series.
You think anyone's ever been down here before?
Whoa. Somebody had to leave that.
What's happening?
Robbie!
What are they? No way! You're a Transformer!
Bumblebee, I have a new mission. Train our youngest members.
Transforming is easy. It's literally our name.
The first of Cybertron kind to be part of our world. And this one, I can think of no better human protectors than you and your family.
Optimus always sees the bright side, even when there isn't one.
Arachnimex, tear them limb from limb. Stand down, mad droid.
Bumblebee? I'm not leaving until you're safe.
Transformers EarthSpark. Stream with your family this fall. Exclusively on Paramount Plus.
You guys! I don't know about you all, but I am so excited. I'm stoked for this brand new show. You know, it's been a minute since we've had a show of this particular style, and it's an entirely new storyline. We're gonna get to see things that we have never, ever seen before in Transformers, so can't wait to share this all with you. And this is brand new news. Hot off the press, Cleo, hot off the press.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news right here at Pulse Con.
Yes, as I feel like a newscaster. There's going to be, in 2023, an all-new video game based on Transformers EarthSpark, made in partnership with the incredible studio Outright Games, and we are so thrilled to be able to announce this today to all of you. It is coming in 2023, so keep your eyes out for more information and get hyped.
EarthSpark just coming through, rolling out with everything. We get a brand new series.
Yes.
Right? New characters.
Yes.
Action, adventure, family.
What more do you need?
And a video game.
And a video game.
Come on now. I can't
Oh,
wait.
man.
I can't
And
wait.
look, we've got even more planned for you guys. It's going to be coming up EarthSpark related at New York Comic Con. So be sure to check back. You know, there might be more new news happening there, but come back to Hasbro Pulse as well for a special limited time opportunity to pre-order a few of the toys. So keep your eyes and ears open.
I'm talking.
Oh,
That's
man.
what Pulse Con is all about, though.
That is.
Big reveals, big news.
Yes.
Just seeing that trailer, right? Knowing the fact that we're getting a chance, of course, to see Optimus Prime, Bumblebee pulls up, but then the family elements. And you said that this is the first time we're seeing Transformers born on Earth?
Exactly right.
That's crazy.
It's pretty spectacular. I'm so excited to share this new story with the world. But I want to shift gears a little bit, no pun intended.
Aha! She's coming through with all the smoke. She's getting it. She's got this.
Oh yeah, tell me to stop. Let's move to comics, you guys. For anyone who has seen our previous Transformers fan streams, you might know that I am a massive comic book fan, big nerd for it, and I'm really excited to be able to share with you guys. I was able to sit down with incredible comic book artist and author, Nick Roche. And we have a little bit sneak peek of that interview available for you guys here today. So let's take a quick look, shall we?
Check out Nick Roche.
Anyways, I digress. Last spot standing. We've got a couple covers done by yourself and Josh. And I know now throughout this entire conversation, I think you've made it really abundantly clear, but a lot of your writing, Nick, tackles the concept of change within Cybertronians, both as individual characters, like duality of character, but also that duality of form, right? And this miniseries embodies that so beautifully.
I like it when people analyze my writing, and when they do, I smoke my pipe.
I love that. It's amazing. So anyway, speaking of character, I am curious to hear you talk a bit about how you approach character design, especially when you have the opportunity, like you did and in many other comics, but in Last Spot Standing in particular, to bring entirely new bots or form factors to the page, to the comics.
Yeah, that was, I mean, well, I like, as I referred to before, I try and kind of, when I'm designing them, it's important that you can see that they turn into something and you kind of get some idea of what they turn into. And I do figure it out. I can do it. I do my homework. But again, I wanted to say more about the character. And so if that goes with kind of body language and proportions, I'm going to lean into that a little bit more. So with Last Spot Standing, spoilers, the last spot is Old Man Rodimus. He's kind of perceived to be the final Transformer who's kind of been in hiding on this remote planet at the end of time after the Cybertronian Wars that basically destroyed the universe, and there's only a few life forms left. But it's for reasons. This planet is kind of like an analogy to the American Old West, and so he. I kind of, there's like steam-powered vehicles being introduced to this kind of pre-industrial society, and you kind of see them throughout the story. But there's like a visitor, an asteroid visitor comes down, and you kind of see this figure, coming out, and it's got like a kind of wing spoilers on the back or whatever. And you kind of, the idea is you're kind of supposed to think, oh, this is Hot Rod coming and whatever, and then you reveal that like that's not Hot Rod, or it's not Rodimus. Rodimus is actually this kind of covered wagon, like you'd find in like the American West or whatever, like a horse-drawn, and he's been, disguised as a wagon. So I love the idea of having to figure out kind of what sort of shape with Rodimus's car mode being that it could almost be completely flat, concealed as a wagon if you covered it with enough rubbish, and then like throw the actual kind of like cover over it. And then use that kind of cover to kind of act as a kind of a cool Western poncho thing, to kind of tie in with the Old West sort of style. So again, that was just one of those sort of things where you kind of have the character, the bot mode character design in mind more so than like this wheel goes here and it will rotate, with 350 to 360 degrees. So because I kind of wanted that silhouette and that kind of body language and that kind of crag, and kind of like slightly, he's not as kind of stealth as he was when he was kind of like Hot Rod, kind of, he's more mature kind of proportioned, aren't we all? And, kind of that thing of leaning into that kind of silhouette of kind of like an old kind of gunslinger kind of callback for one mission. So that's kind of what but I just like the idea of like, I love getting to play with the ideas of disguise in Transformers. It kind of goes back to kind of what I like about it and kind of playing with your audience expectations. That's why I like when the toys are packaged in vehicle modes, you know what I mean? You get to sort of pop the robot out from that direction, I understand the logistics of why they're not always. Don't at me. It's that thing of like, we did it with Sins of the Wreckers a lot, and I had ideas for like if I ever got to write more Transformers, I always wanted to have like this, you never knew what character, what device was actually a Transformer, or whether it was not a Decepticon. Well, we did it with Sins of the Wreckers, we did it with that, these tarantulas create these biological transforms, and you don't know what they are. It could be any Earth animal, and if he's perfected that, we're screwed, so it's and so like in that series there's a whale, there's a rabbit, there's a walrus called Tuskmaster, and it's that sort of sense of like really that they're among us, And I love that sort of, you know, kind of duality or multi-layer thing of like, not only with kind of the characters, or not only with, you know, the visual forms or physical forms, that they can be one thing and also the other, but that thing of like, you know, with the characters as well, that like kind of the, you know, the Transformer can be this, and then they can, through the story, become that, or they're concealing this, and through the story you uncover that. You know, that's especially the case with Last Spot, and it's always the case with Records, because there's people hiding secrets in the secrets. And I just think that it's a story theme that is fun to come back to, because they're Transformers, and that's what, you know. And again, so you're playing to the strengths that way too.
All right, thanks to Past Me and Isabella and our friend Nick Roche. Super fun. Make sure you add that VOD content to your queue for later today. As you guessed it, or kind of knew it, our final reveal of the day is none other than the raddest dude in here, Shattered Glass Soundwave, joined again by Mark. Obviously, we got to talk about this.
Well, you like how I just transformed into Mark from Evan.
Well, obviously.
Noticed that. But yeah, Soundwave, finally that Earthrise mold. We're getting Shattered Glass Soundwave Cowabunga dudes.
Yeah, I mean, people have been blowing up your socials all year about this, right? Like, Soundwave when? Right, obviously, so.
I mean, I love the Shattered Glass color scheme, so I'm pretty hyped up about this. And he also does come with the 2 cassettes.
Ooh, baby. So, I mean, you can all be mad at me when it came to laying out the year. I moved Soundwave from the beginning of the year to the end of the year because I was like, I need something cool for PulseCon. So I saved Soundwave specifically for today. So that's on me. You can all come yell at me on social. It's fine. But let's take a look. First shot, we see Soundwave here in his cassette mode. This is amazing. Obviously, you guys have been asking for this mold. We made him in his cassette mode. Maybe that doesn't actually particularly perfectly play into Shattered Glass, but still looks really good here. And let's take a look at this second picture. You can see him here in his bot mode with Laserbeak.
Oh man, that metallic blue is shimmering. And as you can see, he also does have a new head sculpt. He does have his nice little electric green bandana here, and he does actually have some light piping with some green tint there, and we also have a different colored tint for his chest. The colors for this guy are just astronomically amazing, and I couldn't be happier to finally bring this dude along with the other heroic Decepticons.
Heroic Decepticons. Sounds weird every time we talk about it.
But it's just such a good program, like the whole mirrored universe thing. I can't get enough of these characters, really. And Soundwave here, I mean, he has all of his, you know, his usual gimmicks from the original toy here.
Yep. Got that chest that opens up. Cassettes go in there.
Plow.
Perfect. All right. So we did have a long conversation about how to accomplish a headband. Obviously, in the comics, it's kind of long and flowy, and like we had to figure out what would work molded here without making some extra pieces.
I didn't really want to do the PVC, the soft plastic bandana, because then it would have had been plugged in, and then when you transform, the thing would have been flying everywhere. It's just, you know, it makes it messy. I like it sculpted on top of the head, so you know you can tell me how you prefer it in the comments, and then you can yell at me later. Because I think that was a personal preference there. That was my fault.
All right, so it wouldn't be a Shattered Glass reveal if we didn't also have comic cover, right? So we've been doing these exclusive Pulse covers that have come with every Shattered Glass character, but let's take a look at this graphic. You might kind of see something interesting here. We have 2 covers up here because we're showing something off. So your artwork on the right of your screen, again, done by Casey Kohler. Amazing, looks like everything else. Will have that Spot UV. It has the foil shiny Shattered Glass logo on it, but we have another cover here, and this will be your retailer incentive cover, and drawn by maybe somebody sitting at this table, and that somebody is not me. So Mark, let's talk about your comic cover debut.
My debut! I mean, talk about a childhood dream come true, really. I mean, my artwork featured on a cover for a character that I got to design the deco for. I mean, it's pretty out of this world, and it really is a dream come true. I could not be happier that this moment is happening right now.
It was awesome when you were just like reached out. You're like, how do I get to do a comic cover? And I'm like, oh, this is easy. Hey, let's email the guys at IDW. Like, hey, people high up in charge. I have my friend here, Mark, who's doing all this awesome artwork and deco on this character. He does art on the side. He wants to draw a cover. How can we make that happen? So,
yeah, and ever since I was a kid, that's kind of what I grew up on. My big brother got me into comic books at an early age, and that's the reason why I jumped onto Transformers at an early age as well. And it's just, you know, to have that featured on the IDW comic for the series.
I'll be at the comic shop on the Wednesday. It comes out in December. Make sure you run out, get that book. Again, it's going to be a retailer incentive. It's going to be hard to come by. It's awesome. I want mine signed by Mark. It's going to be cool. I can't wait. So, PulseCon 2022 Transformers panel. We did it. We did a ton of things. Legacy Evolution. We talked about it. We talked about the raddest dude there ever, Sir Soundwave. We finished Shattered Glass for the year. Again, don't forget to check out all the stuff here on the screen. Add these QR codes, scan them. We'll take you to product. It'll take you to the VOD content. You get a chance to relook at all that stuff we revealed for the Magic panel. Do it now. Add those videos to your queue, right? I mean, you got them. Don't lie to me. I promise. Make sure you put them in your queue. You're gonna need something to do when this ends today. So, thank you again from the bottom of our hearts for spending your time with us on this amazing Friday. We're excited to have the opportunity to show you the final result of all the hard work we've been working on for the last year and a half, 2 years. Stick around, nothing has changed. We'll be sitting here. We have Power Rangers coming up next, with the day being capped by Ryan, Dan, and Dwight for the Team Marvel Legends, and they have some goodies I know I'll be watching. But first, let's send it to LA, to Isabella and Cleo. Take us out. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much, BMAC. Amazing reveals. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we started
That
big.
was a lot.
We started really, really big.
We started big, and we didn't let it, the steam did not run out. I think this has been an absolutely phenomenal PulseCon Transformers panel. We're so happy to be able to share all of this with you guys at home. Oh my goodness. I mean, Cleo, what were your favorites? What did you like out of it?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time trying to put it in order. Leo Prime. Okay, I've always loved that design. I was a big Beast Wars guy.
Yep.
Right, but then Leo Prime, I believe he's a Japanese character, one exclusively. So it was dope to be able to see him brought to PulseCon today. Of course, Tarn.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Gotta get up in there with all of those incredible legacy reveals.
Yes.
Oh man.
We had the Magic the Gathering Transformers collab. Like that's something I did not expect at all. Magic the Gathering coming together. We had the Heroes Born 2-pack. We had the Shattered Glass Soundwave, which you called.
Man, check it out. I go to the comic book store every Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
I love to
see
hear it,
that,
yes.
I love it. Even the new cover, everything, crazy.
Oh man,
crazy.
See that's one of my problems is I like to collect for the artwork specifically.
Yeah.
So I end up with like 5 of each issue. Kind of a problem.
Where do you store all of these?
It's a good question, and I prefer not to say.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
My house is a little bit of a mess.
We're gonna keep that secret for sure. Leo Prime is for sure my favorite reveal out of everything that we saw in that panel, though. It's just the colorway of him. This is Optimus Prime. Yeah. He's a lion. He's fierce, and he's got the guts. Oh, he's so cool. That's one that I gotta add to my collection of my shelf for sure.
100%. How about that light bright though? I'm still so glad that you were able to pull that out of there.
It took us a while to get through the light bright. It took us a while. Me and A-Man definitely focused on bringing it to life, but like you said, it was the biggest one, 6,000 pieces.
What's up?
What, Amen? Yo!
Hey!
Yo!
Look who it is!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Tarn himself on set with us.
You guys, I thought you might like to see something a little bit special here today, so, Transformers had to bring it. And who else? What other brand can bring you something as epic as Tarn in person?
Wow. Okay. We got Tarn, he's live, he's here, the leader of the Decepticon Justice Division.
You know it.
And just seeing all the details even for him right here. This is crazy.
It's absolutely, we get to see the beautiful double barrel fusion cannons.
Right.
I mean, what Mark and BMAC were talking about earlier with all of that, the gorgeous light piping that you see here in his eyes and in his chest that make it look like he is just glowing with energon.
The fact that Tarn's mask is like the Decepticon insignia, and then actually seeing it here on set live like this is
terrifying.
This is crazy. It's so good. He's very menacing, very empowering.
Yes,
well.
I mean, you don't want to get too close to him.
This is the guy I need with me though. Come on now, everywhere I step, it's like, yo, talk to Tarn, man. Don't talk to me, talk to Tarn. Talk to
our
Tarn,
guy,
man.
Oh my God.
Here's the thing I learned about Tarn as well is like, yo, he listens to classical music while he's doing his things to his enemies.
Yes.
That's another level of like mind breaking, and just to see him here like this though.
I gotta say though, you may want him as your security detail, just thinking about how incredibly menacing he is.
Right.
But
yes,
this guy, I don't know if you know this, Tarn has been known to whisper Decepticon deserters and traitors to death.
Whisper to death?
Whisper them to. I mean, you don't want to get on this guy's bad side. You do not want to go against the Decepticon cause when you're messing with Tarn.
So Tarn, I would like for you to speak loudly at all times. Please, no whispering on set. We're glad to have you here, but please, no whispering. Let you speak as loudly as you want.
I mean, isn't this something else, you guys?
Yeah.
To be able to see him in person like this, just the sheer scale.
Yeah.
But we've got something even cooler to show you. Take a step back really quick.
Yeah, okay.
I need you guys to say, oh, all right.
Bye, Tarn.
Bye, Tarn.
Bye, Tarn.
Yeah. And then,
oh!
here he is! Oh, the alt mode.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you guys, look, we couldn't talk about Tarn on the panel, do the toy reveal, and not show both modes. Look how absolutely spectacular this is.
Ready.
Look at the kids. Nah, Tarn, listen. I know you're also I heard he's also addicted to actually changing back and forth. He has an addiction, right?
He's got a little bit of a problem with that.
He's got a little problem going back between his actual bot mode and his now this tank mode, but this looks so cool.
Isn't it? He's spectacular. And like, look, you can see, again, with that gorgeous glowing energon effect that we use the translucent piping in the toy product to achieve that same look. So you guys are gonna, I wish you can all, everybody at home, I wish y'all could be here in person, but we're gonna experience it for you. We're taking it in. Tarn in all of his glory.
Listen,
masterpiece.
Listen, to see Tarn in his bot mode is one thing, right?
Right.
To see him with the Decepticon insignia as the mask, but him in tank mode, you don't want to see him pulling up to the fight. You don't. Him coming over the hill, getting ready for battle, I don't want to see him like this.
He's pretty terrifying. I don't know.
Can I take this home?
I want this. I want them just like this. Can I just
I
take
don't think Tarn's going to be
Isabella,
too
is it
happy
okay
about
if we just
that.
take Tarn home like this? Like in his full fashion?
You try and let me know how that goes.
He doesn't whisper.
Yeah,
No
precisely.
whispering.
No whispering.
Please don't whisper.
We're gonna keep the energy up. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. I love it.
Easy. Everyone watching at home, look, this is what you wanted. They actually revealed him here at Pulse Con 2022. You got Tarn, man. Tank mode looks great. As you see it zooming in around it, you can see the tracks for his wheels. He looks so freaking cool.
Yeah, and the entire team on the Transformers brand, Mark, the engineers, the designers, everybody, I know we've really wanted to do him justice for a long time. And so it was amazing to be able to have the opportunity to finally bring him to life.
Isabella, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You started off huge. It's amazing.
You're the best. Thank you so much.
You started it off amazing. PulseCon is great. Thank you so much again.
Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate it.
Looking forward to the rest of the show.
Absolutely amazing. We started PulseCon off with Transformers, guys. And I know everyone watching at home, I know you guys have been in the chat spamming, letting us know everything you loved about the Transformers panel. If you're like me, you enjoyed seeing Leo Prime, I'm gonna go ahead and put that order in immediately. I know we also have some comments coming in from the chat right now, right? We could throw those up on screen. I feel like, yeah. Yes. Thank you, man. Thank you, B-Mac. That consistent packaging is an awesome touch. I do agree. It's one thing to get the toy right, but me and you talked about this. I asked, when you collect yours, do you keep them in box or you take them out?
I have a little bit of both, but I'm a huge fan of the artwork.
Right.
Like, all these artists are so incredible, and to see the whole line is insane, especially when you get to put them all together.
Right.
Crazy.
Shout out to B-Max staying on top of that. What else we got in the chat? What you guys talking about over there in the PulseCon chat? Yes, Needle News finally. Oh, Needle Nose. Yes, Needle Nose finally. Yes, you've been waiting on that. You've been waiting on it, and guess what? PulseCon, that's what it's about. We're doing big reveals. That's what it's all about. Getting a chance to see Needle Nose as well was dope.
No, it's dope. The core series, the small, all the way up to the big dogs.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I love that. I love that. You guys are having a blast at PulseCon 2022. I know you guys are. Can't wait to have a Transformer deck. I'm assuming I can't wait to have a Transformer deck. You have any decks?
Man, let me tell you something. I got a little bit of everything.
You do have a little bit of everything.
My toy collection is insane.
Yes, man. That's why you're here, though.
I got Transformers stacked up taller than me at the crib.
That's why you're here, and that's what it's all about, man. Listen, I got my Transformers. I like to take mine out. I actually brought mine to set with me today. I think it's fair to say we have some pretty excited fans. Won't you say, DJ Amen?
I think everybody's excited. My phone's blowing up right now. All my friends are watching.
Yeah.
They're saying they cannot believe we got a Light Bright that big.
Light Bright gets revealed, right?
Crazy.
The Magic the Gathering Transformers crossover is not something I expected, but we get that.
Yeah, man.
DJ Amen. Time to shift gears a little bit. You know what time it is?
Don't do it, Cleo.
No.
No, I'm serious. Don't do it.
DJ, amen.
No.
Do you know what time it is?
Please don't do it. Oh my God.
It's morphin' time! That's right, baby. Let's check in with Pam and Jordan over at the Power Rangers team right now on Hasbro Pulse Con. It's morphin' time! Let's go!
Oh my God.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Power Rangers Pulse Con panel. We are so excited to be here. I am Pam, the marketing person at Power Rangers, and I have with me Jordan.
Hey, it's your boy Jordan. My name is Jordan and I'm on product development. And before we get rolling on all the amazing things we have to talk about today, I want to give a big shout out to all of our Ranger Nation fans for your support. And 2022 has been a very interesting year. One of the things that's been getting me through it is the thought of telling you all what we have planned for 2023.
So thank you, Ranger Nation, for being the best, and because you are the best, let's talk about Lightning Collection. So first, we revealed during Power Week our unfrozen caveman Coda from Dino Charge. So this is gonna be a first look at the physical product. Jordan, do you wanna tell us a little bit about Coda?
I would love to. Check him out. Coda from Dino Charge comes with his core team weapons, the Dino Charger and the Dino Saber, with a lightning blast effect that accompanies the saber. Let me flip it back to the front so you can check out that portrait again.
Looks so good, and he comes with the pinless body?
Correct. So this is new for the male Dino Charge figures. As you know, they have that really cool kind of lizard scaling effect on their arms. So it's really, this was a really great chance to introduce that kind of arm type into the pinless design. Check him out. He looks so good.
Coda looks awesome. And next, we have another one revealed during Power Week. We revealed Zoe from Beast Morphers. This is a completely new sculpt, and here's a first physical look at the product.
Check her out in all her Beast Morphers glory. One of the things I do want to point out is how cool the portrait and especially her hair looks. Loretta spec'd a kind of two-tone effect with a base molded color that's darker and kind of dry brush effect that is a little bit lighter, so you get that multi-dimensional blonde hair effect. Also, big fan of the Beast Morphers design, the unique tooling and really specific to Beast Morphers design that is so special to this series made the timing of this figure a little bit tricky, but we're excited to finally have the full core original 3 Beast Morphers team out for 2023.
Awesome, she looks amazing. And next up, we are announcing Wild Force Putrid.
Putrids.
Check him out.
Yeah, so we always relish in the opportunity to release more foot soldiers in the team, or in the Lightning Collection rather, and having a Wild Force character is a little bit of a zag at this point with the relatively low number of Wild Force figures out, but maybe you can expect to see more in the future. I don't know. Putrids themselves are actually really cool. I've actually not really had a Loretta worked on this figure, but I hadn't gotten such a close look at the design of it, and it's really cool how it translates to Lightning Collection, especially like the back of the head detail. You kind of see like the spandex textured, very tokusatsu style suit. And it's just really cool to finally be able to bring that to the Lightning Collection. What else we got?
Yeah, he's a super awesome army builder. And finally, for Wave 13, we are actually announcing Dino Fury Green Ranger Izzy. I hope everyone is able to catch the second half of the Dino Fury that actually dropped yesterday, available on Netflix for English-speaking markets, or for local broadcasters around the world. But she looks amazing.
Yes, link to Morphin Grid. No spoilers in the chat, by the way. The second half of the season just dropped, and there's some very exciting things that happened. So I've heard. I'm behind. No spoilers again, please. But how awesome is it to finally have Izzy as part of the Lightning Collection line? She's a fan favorite character, definitely one of my favorite Green Rangers. There aren't really that many Green Rangers, and she's definitely up there.
Tier. She really is. I love her throughout Dino Fury. I thought she was definitely my favorite. And I'm really excited to see what happens really again for that second half. So all 4 of these Lightning Collection Wave 13 are available for Pulse Premium members at 5 p.m. Eastern Time and available at 6 p.m. for everybody else. But that's not all for Lightning Collection.
That's right. We want to give everyone, we're calling this a lightning round segment preview of what's to come in 2023. So there are some teams out there that are close to being finished, and we can confirm for 2023 that those teams, that these 3 teams are going to be complete by the end of the year, which are, if we can get on the screen, Lost Galaxy, SPD, and Dino Thunder. What?
Oh my gosh, but that's not all. We have one more surprise for you, and that is...
We're launching in 2023 the Alien Rangers.
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited to announce that too in terms of, I know a lot of fans have been asking for this, so this is really big news for us.
Yes, they're really, really cool team, fan requested. Personally, I really love the design for the costumes, which is pretty short-lived, but stay tuned in the coming months and we'll have more to show and share for the Alien Ranger team.
So that's a wrap for Lightning Round. So we're actually going to be handing this over to Andre from Black Nerd. He was able to catch up with our cast from Dino Fury last week for a special Pulse Con interview. So here's a sneak peek.
Check it out.
Well, thank you all. Thank you. You guys are great on this show, and that's why it's so good to see you coming back. Which we got to talk about that. We got to get into some Cosmic Fury stuff because you ended on a cliffhanger, like big time cliffhanger. In Dino Fury. So Simon, yeah, what's gonna happen? So Simon, what did that process come of setting that up to set it into the new season? Was that something that you were able to plan out with everyone involved, or how did that go about?
Well, towards the end of season 29, while we were still filming, it became clear that there was something special about Dino Fury, to be honest, about the cast and the way it was all working. And that was confirmed when season 28 started to air on Nickelodeon and Netflix and other places around the world. And there was an overwhelmingly positive response to the show. And so conversations began just towards the end of the shoot with between E1 and Hasbro and production about maybe what if perhaps we could, it hasn't been done before, should we? And when we wrote that last scene, the cliffhanger, we actually had no idea that there would be a third season, but we had our fingers firmly crossed, and I think we were kind of hoping that when we put it in the script, everyone will want to see what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. So a bit of that, but also
people would have been mad.
We started conversations with the cast shortly after we finished filming, and a lot of pieces have to fit into place before you can absolutely confirm something. But once it was confirmed, I know everyone was just delighted and really excited to see the team come back together again, to get the band back together. It's a great thing. I'm really pleased.
It's like the Jonas Brothers. I like the Jonas Brothers.
It is also worth mentioning, and it's not much of a spoiler. It's going to be pretty obvious that season 30, Cosmic Fury, kicks off immediately from where we left our characters at the end of season 29 in that cliffhanger scene.
That is great. So for the cast, how does it feel to get back into this new season, particularly? But what are you looking forward to with your characters, besides obviously going into space? But what else are you looking forward to the future of your characters in this series?
I have to say
that you can say.
I have to say, I have that line. The Morphin Masters have given me new powers. What are they? I want to know. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I have no idea what they are. I can't wait to dive into that. So that's me.
Yeah. I'm just excited to see our dynamic and a different realm, if we are in space and stuff. So I'm just excited. I don't know. I'm also just excited to work with these guys again because it just make it so easy. And since we're coming back as the same characters, it's just really nice at the we don't have to worry about getting along because we all know that we love each other already.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
I'm excited to see how it kind of ends, I guess, because on season 2, it's like, let's go get Ed. How does that play out? Like, does he bring other people back? How tough is it going to be to bring down? Like, there's so many things that they need to think about and that I'm really excited for.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to see where our character goes from now. Yes, like I want to see where our characters go. Like, well, how far else could, like, what after watching the end of season 2, you're like, what else could happen? And it's so much that I feel like and that I know. That I know.
Yeah.
That I know will happen. So, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I feel like our characters also grow so much in the 2 seasons. Sorry for that. I feel like our characters grow so much in the 2 seasons. They change so much within those 44 episodes. Like, there's only more growth to happen. And so, like, where are we going to see all of our characters, not only as a team, but as individual people by the end of this? You know, like, it could go anywhere. And we're just kind of, like, we're like everyone else, just waiting to find out, which is really exciting.
Yes. Yeah. Buckle up.
I know. Come on, let's go. I'm ready. Come on, and drive.
Oh, or in Chance's way.
That was day 1.
Nothing irritates me more than that. There's the seatbelt.
I know. When the seatbelt gets stuck, you're just like, especially on set, right?
Oh my god.
So every time there's a new season of Power Rangers, a new iteration, the question always comes, what's the adaptation? Which Super Sentai are we using to adapt into Cosmic Fury? So Simon, can you give us any hints on that, please?
That is a very good question, and I have really enjoyed following all the speculation that's been bouncing around online since Cosmic Fury was announced. But before I say anything, I do want to dispel a lot of the fake rumors that are out there and make it very clear that Hasbro and Toei have a very positive and firm relationship, and that will continue on into the future, whatever form Power Rangers might take as it evolves and grows. So Toei and Hasbro have been partners since the beginning in Power Rangers, and that will continue to be the case. Now, the big question that everyone wants the answer to, and the answer is...
What?
What? I want to find out more.
Did they really end it there?
I can't believe it. I guess it's, well, time to buckle up and check out the full interview as a video on demand after this panel. So, now we're going to talk about Zord Ascension Project.
Yes, let us ascend. Before we get super into the nitty-gritty about what's coming next, I wanted to give a big and heartfelt thank you to all the fans who have come out and supported Zap with the content, videos, photo shoots, comments online. I read through all of them and I look through as many things as I can, collecting feedback, making notes. It's been a very awesome process to be a part of, and we just love to see you guys react to it.
Yeah, we love the content that you've been making online. The team overall loves listening and hearing all of that, so keep on making that content.
Yes, it's really rewarding, especially for me to see, because I consider all of these guys my little robo babies, so seeing them on the amazing stage of YouTube and all their robo glory just really warms my heart. But we're not here to talk about 2022, right, Pam?
We're not. So, what's next for Zord Ascension Project? I'm gonna do a countdown for our reveal. 3, 2, 5. Let's rock it. Our next Zord Ascension Project is gonna be from in space.
Check it out. Da, 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 da. That's right. We're moving straight into in space with the Astro Megazord. When I was pitching Zord Ascension Project internally, this is actually the product that I was envisioning. It has this character, the Astro Megazord, really checks all the boxes of something that we want to ascend with the Zap project. And the trick was to balance classic references with modern engineering, capitalizing on nostalgia, but trying not to deviate from the original designs too much. But again, really update the processes and the mechanisms and the surface detail into something that is going to be really stellar, in space, on a collector shelf.
Yeah, amazing, Jordan. I mean, the first thing that I really noticed about this product was honestly the size. Like, this is basically the size of my torso.
Yes, it's a third pan tall, and it is actually true to 1/144th scale, if I may. Let's place this guy on the carousel. So, as you may know, one of the tenets of a Zord Ascension project is to have each Zord in scale to one another. So that means at 1/144th scale, the Astro Megazord is just under 15 inches tall. So that is going to make it the ultimate display centerpiece in any in-space themed shelf.
Wow, that means like it's truly massive, and it's extra posable too. Doesn't it come with a lot of accessories?
Yeah, that's right. So posability right out the gate, and let me touch on that real quick. He's got a ball jointed head, all the joints you might expect, plus some extra. His arms have a lot of forearm and kind of outward rotation. He's even got an ab crunch, so he can do sit-ups. And he's got a hidden ball joint in the ankles as well. You can kind of pop out the lower part of the legs to give him some flexibility there for stability while standing. Speaking of the accessories, he does come with a total of 6 hands, open, closed, and gripping hands, as well as pretty much everything you might expect him to need, like the shield, the sword, and the rocket booster.
Wow, and this also comes with 5 Micro Rangers for the Megazord.
Yes, that's right. 1/144th scale micro figures, just like all the other ones, in their "we need Megazord power now" pose, which is pretty iconic. So just like on the show, it can morph into the Astro Mega Ship. Put that back on the carousel. And one of the things that was really cool about the Zord Ascension project, working on this, was that we were able to reference, there were actually images online of the show prop, as well as the original concept art, and really use both of those things to bring this guy to life. Now, there are some little details that deviate from that on-screen show spaceship model, but then that's for manufacturing purposes. But we did capture a lot of details that are new to the toy. And one of the things I do want to call out is his little thrusters in the back. Those, as far as I can, as far as the research that I've done shows, these little thrusters and stuff weren't really part of the toys before. I found out it does make the transformation a little bit trickier because we can't stretch the rotation joint all the way over there. But you know, little details like that are what we strive to capture in the Zord Ascension project.
And it truly is amazing. I love, again, all of the detail that comes with this. But do you want to tell us where the Rangers really sit on this sword?
That's right. So there are actually 2 places. So in the chest underneath the big red M, you can actually see they sit in the command center, which was you know, a set design that was exclusive to Power Rangers, that kind of little command center shot there. This was the Power Rangers home base because, again, they were on the megaship in space for the first time. So that's the command center view. And then there's also the Megazord view, and the head, where you can see them like that. So they are in there. One of the funny quirks about the Astro Megazord is that 3 Rangers are facing forward and 2 are facing sideways. I just thought that was kind of funny, but we did manage to capture that detail in here. Again, at 1/144th scale. So they look fabulous just sitting in there, piloting arguably one of the best Megazord designs, in my opinion.
And I agree. And everyone, you can actually get this Astro Megazord. It's going to be available for Pulse Premium members at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and available at 6 p.m. for everybody else. And next we have a sneak peek from our Boom Studio. So we're going to actually check that out now.
Hi, I'm Andre, and I'm thrilled to bring you this panel about past, present, and future of Power Rangers in comics. And I got two wonderful guests with me here today, which I have to introduce. They're wonderful, wonderful people. I've seen them so many times. I'm so happy to see them here again for this. We have New York Times bestselling author Ryan Parrott. He's a comic book author, screenwriter based out of LA. He's best known to Power Rangers fans as the long-running fan favorite writer of Boom Studios' Power Rangers series, Go-Go Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin, and Power Rangers. And he is currently the writer for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 100, which is his final issue, as well as the writer for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers / Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, one of my favorite crossovers. So Ryan, thank you for being here.
Thank you, man. It's a pleasure to be here.
And then we also have Melissa Flores. Hey, Melissa. Melissa is a writer best. She's a writer best known for her work as a producer on Power Rangers. She also wrote and co-created the popular Twitch digital hybrid series, The Unleashed, as well as the comic book series, The Dead Lucky from Image Comics. She's the upcoming main series writer for the ongoing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from issue 101 and onward. So great to have you here, Melissa.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here with like two of my favorite people ever.
So it's been really cool to see Power Rangers in the world of comics. We've seen obviously the TV show for going on 30 years now. But I'm curious with you two, what made it so special to be able to use this franchise in comics form?
Oh, I mean, I think the coolest thing has always been that you could just do so much more in comics. You know, like everybody knows how Power Rangers was made, and it's this crazy, insane hybrid. And I feel like the nicest thing about it was that you could, you know, with the comics, you could just really take it and go anywhere. There was no budget restrictions. There was no, as they showed in in Shattered Grid, there was no time restrictions. So you could have people who had played the parts 30 years apart. I think that's the stuff that's been so much fun. It's the perfect medium for this particular franchise.
Absolutely. I mean, there's just something so magical about really being only limited by the page and by your imagination. And what I really love about Power Rangers comics in general is that, yes, it is based in canon, so to speak, where you have, you know, everything that happened on the show. But obviously, this isn't the 90s. It's a completely different tone. Everybody's got cell phones. And the freedom that comes with that to just create new Rangers and new worlds and really dive into existing characters in such an interesting and different way. It's been fascinating. One of the favorite things I feel that's come out of my favorite things that's come out of the Power Rangers franchise in the last 10 years. It's just been a blast to see it develop, and 100 issues is incredible to just see the amount of story that was told.
Yeah, that's what I found was so interesting about this, because obviously if you have watched the show, you know what's happened in that show, or you get the beats of that show. But it seems like the comics were able to play in this sort of in between. So we know that, for example, right at the beginning, Tommy became the Green Ranger, but we didn't know what it was like of him going from this bad guy to now this good guy, and so it was interesting to read like how different Rangers reacted to that, and even his own self-reflection of that. And of course, we had in Go-Go, we got to see more of what the team was like before Tommy came to be. And then by the time we get to Shattered Grid, it's just like, you have so much to play with. Is that fun for you guys to be able to go, oh, how can we add some more context to certain parts, or pull from different seasons and mix them together in ways that we've never done before?
Yeah, I mean, one of the goals I've always had from the beginning was to not sort of do it as like a reboot, you know, because I never wanted to be. If you go read Go-Go, we actually don't replay anything. We kind of like, we'll hint at it, like you'll come in at the end of a fight and then you'll move off of it, because I was like, you know, we all love the show, we know the show. For instance, I've done a lot. I think if you go through the entire track record of Power Rangers, I start the day after the pilot and go all the way to 100. I never did Green with Evil, because there's no way I'm gonna do a better job than that. There's like, we know that. I don't even, let's not even touch that. So like, that was what was fun for me, was like, kind of like you said, was sort of playing sort of like an accompaniment with the show, and find sort of like the little areas that that was the initial genesis from when Daphne brought me on the project. Was like, she's like, I want this to be 70%, you know, kids in high school, 30% monsters. And what was nice about, if she had made it the other way around, I don't think I'd have been, it was like, they would have gone from like fighting Pudgy Pig to going around the corner to like fighting a whole new villain. So it was like fun that we were able to actually make it sort of just like more like a like it plays in harmony. That was the idea, anyways, for the. But so yeah, it just, and that freed us up to do stuff, you know, that was more emotional and more about like the everyday stuff of like, you know, going to dances and hanging out with your friends and all that fun stuff, and spend time, I think, with the characters that we grew up loving.
And wow, that was awesome, but we're not done yet. We have a deep dive into our Power Rangers and Street Fighters collab with Loretta and Sam.
And hello, Ranger fans, it's Loretta. I know it's crazy that you're seeing me again so soon, but I am here today to announce some special stuff with my special guest, Sam, our brand writer and Power Rangers historian, I will say. You're my gut check.
Thank you. So, I appreciate your gut check.
So let's get into it. We have 2 new collab characters for you, and you might be asking who it is, so we're just going to tell you. We have our morphed Cammy Ranger, who is the Stinging Crane Ranger, and Ken, our Soaring Falcon Ranger. And Sam, tell us a little bit about why these characters are named what they are. What's the meaning?
Yeah, so, you know, we did Ryu and Chun-Li, and they had their names that came from the game, and we wanted to keep that kind of vibe going. We wanted to have flying animals, and eventually we narrowed it down to birds. And there are bajillion birds in the world, but we picked some awesome ones. And then we wanted to kind of keep them in that sort of active feel, so we have the Soaring Falcon. And then for Cammy, I put in that Easter egg to her codename from the lore of Street Fighter, and it's kind of fun to get to do little stuff like that and have these completely original characters that we get to add in to our line and kind of backwards into our lore. And these 2 in particular, even though I'm a Guile main, I kind of love these. How your take on these? So how'd we end up here?
Yeah, as you know, we went through a couple character iterations. It wasn't just these guys from the start. But after talking to Capcom and going through our different concepts, we actually really loved the idea of mirroring Ryu with Ken, since they appear so often to be the duality of each other and being mirror images and versing each other a lot. We really loved bringing them to life. So we've done that in a couple ways with him. Like, we have, again, those beefy arms that we did for Ryu, but he has his own shield armor. That's something that we wanted to create cohesion with all of them. All 4 have a shield armor, which is something, yes, that ties them together and ties the bird element together. So you'll see, like, he has the feather detailing kind of in the shield. His helmet is a riff off of the MMPR Red Ranger helmet, but instead of T-Rex elements, he has like this bird beak point in the front and kind of winged effects on the side. And again, he mirrors Ryu with the striping on his suit, but he has his own coloration and colorway, which is really awesome. And then of course, he comes with his iconic effects, which in this case is the fire-breathing fist uppercut, which is crazy.
You got it.
And then also, not complete without his thunder kick. He has a couple different kicks, so this is sort of like an embodiment of the fact that he has, you know, that kick special move. So this pegs onto his foot, goes in here, and it also pegs onto the stand. So you could do a couple different iterations. And then with Cammy, it was really fantastic to bring her to life. She was one from the beginning I really wanted to create. I think because she's so iconic, and I really liked having the male-female in both waves. So bringing another iconic character to life, what we did was we made sure that all of her accessories are still here. So like her gauntlets, her beret, her combat boots, like even the bodysuit, like it's worked into her suit element. And you know, we wanted to make a nod to all the different versions of her. So she is not your typical Ranger suit color, but since they're not color schemed, it was kind of our opportunity to have a little bit of play there and do something that embodied all the versions of her. So you'll see like her blue suit, it's in here, and there's little lightning bolts built into her leggings, and that's sort of to indicate or kind of make a nod again to her original suit with the camo leggings. So we did the Power Ranger lightning bolt in it instead. Of course, the amazing articulated braids.
My favorite part.
So you can pose her out. Yes. And she has this amazing blast effect, which is kind of a punch blast, but it's more of like a block move, which I thought was a really exciting thing to add into this set in particular, since they are versus characters. And I love that this Neon has like a cool edge glow to it. So again, she comes with her crazy lightning bolt crane, and she has her tornado kick blast. So this pegs onto the stand if you want to do like an aerial blast across, almost like a Hadouken, or if you want to do a kick at the ground. Her foot slides right in there. All right, so that wraps up our 2 new characters, the collab, Street Fighter collab, which is Morphed Cammy, Stinging Crane Ranger, and the Morphed Ken, Soaring Falcon Ranger. I hope you guys love them as much as I do.
I think they will, and they are available starting today, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time for Pulse Premium members and 6 p.m. for everybody else. And next up from Power Rangers for our awesome Pulse Con extravaganza is some really exciting news that I know I am happy to have out in the world and for fans to see it, and I think it's going to be cool. But reminding everybody again that it's 5 o'clock for Pulse Premium members, 6 o'clock for everybody else. But join Pulse Premium so you can make sure you get these awesome collabs that Loretta did. And Loretta, thank you for having me to talk about action figures. Always a good time.
And thank you, Loretta and Sam. And now we're actually going to be talking about Selfie Series. What? So we're actually really excited to talk about our Selfie Series. I've never been an action figure before, so this is actually really exciting for me. I love the way that I look as Pink Ranger Pam.
Yeah, Pink Ranger Pam's awesome, but arguably cooler is Red Ranger Jordan in 2 hairstyles. Check him out. And look at that detail that they're able to capture, right?
Yeah, truly, like look at me. I look amazing. I look at my hair, it looks really cool. And this thing has so much articulation, just like in our Lightning Collection series.
Yes, these are the very same bodies that you might find on the older Red Ranger and Pink Ranger figures. Really quick pro tip for anyone who is interested in making their own Selfie Series figure. Don't forget, we have that QR code that you can scan that'll send you straight there. A couple pro tips. If you have facial hair like myself, the facial scan in the app will actually capture most of it, but there is a separate step where you get to customize your own facial hair. So you can see this is high school Jordan with a tan and mustache and soul patch, because again, you know, teenager with attitude. Also, there are tons of different hairstyles to choose from within the app. I wanted to really see how I wanted to push the limits of what the app was capable of, because it's just so fun to play around with and tinker with, because it really is like a video game character creator. Not every hairstyle is available for every figure due to the way it could potentially limit articulation, but please take the time to explore the app, try designing yourself as a figure and picking up one of these Selfie Series figures.
Yeah, they're super cool. Make sure to get one today on HasbroPulse.com. And now we have a very special on-set visit from the MMPR cast to announce an anniversary special. So let's check it out.
Hey Ranger Nation, David Yost here, coming to you live from set in New Zealand, where we are working on something really special to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers. Now, I can't give you too many details quite yet, but I will tell you that it's going to be an epic celebration, and I, for one, am super excited to be here working with an old friend. Isn't that right?
Yo, what's up, Ranger Nation? It's your boy Walter Emmanuel Jones, also known as Zach, the OG Black Ranger. Hey, yes, we're having a great time, and I gotta say, it's kind of hard to believe that we're celebrating our 30th anniversary. You look too good for that. Hey, but we're excited to be here on set, and I can't wait to celebrate and see you guys next year.
You know what time it is? It's morphin' time!
Wow, that was truly more phenomenal. It's been 30 years and I can't wait to see what's next and what they've got going on over there in New Zealand.
Can't wait. 30 years? What?
I know, I can't believe it. But yeah, thank you everyone for, joining us during this panel. I hope you stay tuned. Make sure to grab all of these pre-orders on this table. So for our Zord Ascension project and our Lightning Series collections, those will be available on Hasbro Pulse for those Hasbro Pulse members at 5 p.m. and available at 6 p.m. for everybody else. And of course, our Street Fighter figures. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining us.
We love your Ranger Nation.
Yeah.
And I think we're sending things back to
Cleo.
Oh, come on. Man, that was amazing. Hey, man, I'm still trying to get my... Some more. It comes here, and then here, boom, boom. Oh, it's morphin' time, man. I love that. Come on, we got to talk about the Power Rangers panel, man.
Man, it's always time for morphin' time.
Always time, man. We got the Lightning Series. It was the Zord Ascension project.
Yes, sir.
Me personally, Dragon Zord has always been my favorite Zord. Always looks so epic. He's got the missiles in the fingers. Gotta love that, man. Did you guys see the pan reveal, the new Zord Ascension Project t-shirt, the Rangers? It's live on Hasbro Pulse right now. If you want to get your hands on it, all you gotta do is scan the code on the screen. It's right there. It's right there. You're watching. Just pull your phone out, scan it. You're already in. You're already in. You got the comics, you got the cast interviews, of course the Street Fighter collab. When I saw those figures hit the internet, I lost it. Had no idea that those were even coming. And then we got a chance to see a few more of them today. This panel had it all, DJ, man.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Lightning collection. I got a couple at the crib.
Of course you do. What don't you have stored away?
I do need to get the sword, though, and the
helmet?
The whole thing.
Yeah, man. I'll see you Halloween with it.
Yeah, Halloween's coming.
I love that. The whole team will be out there. We'll be representing. One thing it lacked, though. I'm going to say this honestly.
Oh, my God.
The one thing it lacked, though, was me.
You love that thing, man.
That's right, the leader of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
You love
Cleo, Red Ranger. Look at him. Look at him.
Hey,
This is my first time seeing it. Look at the sword, Amen. Oh,
hey, man.
Look at the big old smiley face on.
Hey, you're not alone, brother.
You got yours? Yes! Yes!
I need to get him a little hat, but we're in here, man.
Yes!
It's morphin' time.
That's right there. Can we just have these guys host it? Me and Amen will just do the voiceover for now. Me and Amen will just do the voiceover, and then we'll just have our figures right here actually doing the whole show together right now, man. Again, you can immortalize yourself in action figure form too.
Let's go.
For our fans in the U.S., you can scan the code right here for more information on how you can immortalize yourself in action figure form to download the Hasbro Pulse app to just get started. I'm going to go ahead and get my guy back. Look, you're over there, you're on that side.
Mine will be DJing, it's all good.
You're alternate universe Red Ranger. I'm main universe Red Ranger. I don't mean anything by that. I don't mean anything, don't take it personal, but come on, man. All right, before we move on, let's just take a look at today's schedule again. This is a live show, so some of the times have changed, so let's take a look at where we are at right now. Coming up, we got starting lineup at 3 p.m. Then we got Fortnite at 3:20 p.m. and of course Marvel Legends ending the day at 3:45 p.m. It's a live show. Things are happening. Things are getting a little delayed, but that's okay. DJ Amen.
What's up?
Would you say it's fair that there's a big overlap between toy collectors, sneakerheads, and basketball fans?
Absolutely, man.
Right?
Collector culture is big.
You gotta think, guys love to watch their favorite players score 30, score 40, score 50. They want the jersey, they want the shoes that they were wearing.
Yeah, and now?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Now they get a chance to get more of that.
Now they can do it all.
That's right, that's right. Did you see the relaunch of the starting lineup last week?
Dude, 22 years in the making. Come on.
Listen, man, you don't need to be a basketball fan to stand over these figures. Starting lineup is back. Check this out.
Welcome to Pulse Con. Ladies and gentlemen, after 22 years, starting lineup is back.
It's an honor to be chosen, and I never thought, I have my own, action figure. It's just surreal. First action figure, man. I hope y'all got me too ugly on it. This tough right here. It's me for real. I see y'all put my muscles on it too. Mama, you see this? Seeing myself as an action figure is a dream come true. Being a young kid, wanting to have other, athletes as an action figure, and now, holding myself as one is big time. Big time. There's more here. Got the stats and all on it. Where you can change the hands out. The little ponytail, the dyed dreads, slits in the eyebrow, my famous mustache. That look like a bucket to me. I'm up here with a lot of great players. It's the best starting lineup yet. Can't believe how realistic, all of them look. They even got the side part on Trey. Got Braun with waves. Pretty much exactly like in real life. Can't wait to tell them mine definitely look the best though. Starting lineup is back.
Man, that was amazing. You heard it from the man himself, John Morant. Starting lineup is back. What's up, everyone? I'm Justin Spagnuolo, Director of Global Marketing on the Starting Lineup team. We want to welcome you to the official Starting Lineup panel, and we are so pumped to walk you through some of the SLU history and get into the details about our relaunch of our Series 1 of our NBA figures. Joining me today are a few members of the development team. We have, first off here, Dave Venemeyer.
Hi, my name is David Venemeyer. I'm the Director of Sculpting here at Hasbro and the Sculpting Manager for Starting Lineup.
And the man, the myth, the legend is also joining us today, guys. Please welcome Kevin Evans.
Hey guys, I'm Kevin. I'm the Senior Manager of Product Development on Starting Lineup. Great to be here today.
And without further ado, I think we should take a minute here to introduce the first series of Starting Lineup, starting with Luka Doncic. So we got Luka, we've got Trey, we've got Steph Curry, we've got the king himself, LeBron James. We've got the man, Ja, who obviously handled the amazing intro for us there. We've got Tatum, Embiid, and of course, Giannis. So amazing starting lineup to really kick us off and relaunch here. And starting lineup, guys, the iconic sports action figure brand from the late 80s. It took off in '88, ran all the way up until 2001, stemming from a genius idea from former Bengals punter Pat McInally to bring your favorite players to life in action figure form. In '88, it all came to life with the initial launch featuring around 450 players across football, basketball, and baseball, and quickly expanded into several other major leagues and licenses after that. Each figure was essentially a posed out 4-inch statue of your favorite player and came with an exclusive SLU trading card. And today, with Hasbro leading the way in advancements in action figure innovation and the rise in sports fandom, this was the perfect opportunity to bring back the iconic brand, but with a whole new spin. So I'll pass it over to these experts to elaborate a little more on exactly that.
Thanks, Justin. Yeah, as you mentioned, Hasbro has championed some breakthrough action figure innovation since we last saw Starting Lineup. We're so psyched to bring these advancements to such an iconic brand, really. Now, before we dive into the details of these new figures, Dave, you're no rookie to Starting Lineup. You actually worked on Starting Lineup back in its heyday, which is awesome. So again, before we dive in, why don't you tell us a little bit about what it was like working on Starting Lineup back then versus this new incarnation of Starting Lineup today?
Thanks, Kevin. I'm so excited, I can't tell you how much, for Starting Lineup to be back after 22 years. Working on it back in the 90s, it was amazing at that time as it was. Being a sports fan myself, sculpting these figures at 4 inches tall, but now they're at 6 inches. So with all the articulation, the level of detail that we're putting into these, the posability to allow the collector, the fan of these athletes, to bring them to life and to create the dramatic dunks, driving the ball to the basket, whatever you want to do, right? That enables the consumer, the collector to really, enjoy these, the Starting Lineup even more.
And Dave, you mentioned the fan, and Hasbro Pulse is the place fans come to find the world's greatest action heroes and superheroes. But I gotta tell you, these world-class athletes are no less superhuman than those superheroes. I mean, every night on the field or on the court, we witness these amazing moments that they wow us with. And as you said, Dave, with this articulation, we're not just capturing one moment in time. We're able to recreate those highlight moments after every game and pose them out on your shelf. I gotta tell you, the level of detail of these, this 6-inch scale is just right. And this premium quality that Hasbro's come to be known for in the 6-inch action figure market. I love that, I can take these guys and pose them out. I got Ja on the shelf over there right after his record-setting 52-point career high game. I posed him out in that dunk from that game, and it's so great to be able to bring these moments to life. let's get into these figures and might as well start with Ja since he kicked us off here. I love that he called out these details, the eyebrow, his braids, that's something, the hair, and these attention to details. These are the things that really bring these guys to life. And we're not just capturing details of an action figure. We're capturing their personalities, from the expressions they make down to the shoes that they wear. And that's something we want to get into here as well, because especially for the NBA, nothing says expression more than the kicks. So awesome pose that you guys have there. We've got Ja in his Icon Edition jersey and uniform. And you guys have the figure closer there. I mean, look at let's talk about some of those deco details that really call out the authenticity.
Oh my God, like what's going on with his braids, the color breakout, the little slashes in his eyebrow. We captured as much detail as we can in this product, in these athletes.
Yeah, it's truly amazing when you look at the faces of each of these athletes. You look into their eyes. I mean, you don't want to be driving down the lane seeing these kind of figures right in your face. It's truly an unbelievable accomplishment.
Yeah, and speaking of his game face, let's step into our next figure here, LeBron. We've got some great images. Look at that expression. I mean, again, he's got his game face on, as Ja called out. He's got his waves in his hair. Spared no details. I think as we zoom in on the figure as well, the fidelity and the quality of just the likeness in the faces that have just been captured, not just in the sculpt, but in the deco as well. I love the posability they're able to achieve, right down to his signature shoes. It's great to see these guys come to life this way. And Dave, I didn't mention it before, but let's talk about the flight stand a bit here. This is basketball. Getting these guys in the air, the great moments happen in the air. Let's talk about how this thing functions and why it's so integral to this offering.
No, that's a great point, Kevin. I'm glad you brought that up. This flight stand enables you to capture all these dramatic dunks and poses. And let me point out again, these are pre-production figures that we're showing right now. So the idea that these are quick, we're getting these out to the market and to the consumer as fast as possible. But these flight stands, back to that point, are so key to achieve the level of athleticism that these athletes are bringing to the game every day.
Yeah, I think being able.
I love that we've got
from a fan standpoint, Kev, before you jump in there, I think to your point that you were alluding to, every night you can have LeBron or Steph or one of these athletes do something different every night, and then in real time, you now have the opportunity to bring that to life right on your own shelf. I think as we continue to look through each of these players, I think we kind of have them in there a little bit of their signature style. So I think just being able to get that full offering right at your own home is nothing like we've been able to do before.
That's so true. I was just going to point out that's such a cool pose, but it also allows us to note even a little detail of the Lakers logo on the waistband of his shorts there, which is actually sitting right above the Nike logo and the NBA logo. So, really capturing this authenticity. Now, as we move on, I'd be remiss if we didn't go straight to the current champ himself, Steph Curry.
Oh, of course. How do we not lead in with Steph after that? Of course, coming off of a championship season, the details are unbelievable on him as well. I think even if you zoom in here to the figure and you look at that fade, I mean, that's the fade of a champion right there. Unbelievable. Decked out totally in the Under Armour shoe, the Curry shoe, and just, again, the level of detail that the team's able to achieve on such a scale is remarkable.
That's fantastic. And, obviously we're talking about the finals. We got to talk about Jason Tatum.
Oh gosh, I don't want to start any drama today with fan favorites, but Tatum, hometown favorite, of course, for us with our location. But arguably one of the coolest figures in regards to some of the deco details in what I'll call a Easter egg here on the product itself.
Easter egg, Easter taco, however you want to put it. I don't know if that's a thing, but it is now. Yeah, man, he's rocking his Taco J Jordans there, which I got to tell you, just working on this stuff, the fact that we're able to achieve such detail in these, even at such a small scale, as we zoom in, you see the Taco J logo, the little taco face right on the tongue of the shoe there. It's been so much fun to bring these details to life, not just because it's authentic, but again, it's a part of these players. It's a part of their personality, and it's what fans come to expect.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's probably one of the favorites, I think, in my from my point of view.
The other player we got rocking a pair of Jordans here is Luca. Look at those. Look at them pop. Those scarlet colored Jordans, really, really nice touch. You know, we talk about personality, we talk about expression, game faces. We want to capture who these guys are. If you zoom in on Luca there a little bit, he's got a bit of a smirk going on, which we think is so integral to really who he is. I think Dave, your team really did such a great job capturing this likeness, and in a way that really represents the player.
Yeah, no, that's a great point, Kevin. We spent a lot of time really working on capturing the likeness, the expression, who the athlete is, and then, you know, obviously the shoes. They're, you know, part of the personality. There's so much detail in all of these shoes. I'm glad you brought that up.
I think speaking of shoes, as we move on to Trey Young, thing I love about him, not just what Ja called out, is the I love Ja appreciates the nuance, as we all do, but the part in the side of the hair, like these are these things that we put in there, and I'm glad they're getting noticed. But to his shoes, he's sporting the Peachtree colorway on these, which is an awesome nod to the city of Atlanta. So just a dynamic looking figure there.
Yeah, he looks great. I think one of the things that you'll notice kind of across the board, Kev, and I think that's probably what you're alluding to as well. So Trey, you know, a smaller scale of a player in regards to size, but I think what makes the starting lineup unique this time around, you know, we've talked a lot about the articulation and the likeness, but I think players' size and scale is one thing we want to definitely let these fans in on. I think that's part of the, you know, the secret to kind of what we got going on now with the new starting lineup. So I think we'll take a second, kind of bring out our next two players, Giannis and Embiid, and we'll talk a little bit about how they differ from the rest of the lineup, and we want to intro these both together for the first time.
Such a good point. I mean, Giannis coming in at about 6'11", I mean 6'11 and a half if we want to get technical about it, and Embiid at about an even 7 foot. Yes, this is the 6-inch figure scale segment, but again, in an effort to be true to life, we wanted these guys, as they relate to each other, to have some degree of authenticity. So it's important to make these guys a bit taller than the rest, and they come in close to 7 inches. So capturing, again, all the aforementioned details of shoes and uniform and everything else, height is an integral part of, you know, these authentic elements that starting lineups bring into the table.
So would you say, Kev, the shoes on Embiid, knowing he's about 7 feet tall, those are probably a size 16 in SLU shoes? Give that
I think,
SLU
yeah.
16?
Roughly, yeah. And listen, these things, his Embiid ones, those are, I love the way that gold pops on there. You can see it on screen. And even on, I think it's worth noting as you spin him around, even the bottom of the shoe has the sculpt detail and the deco detail that we would find on those shoes. These guys designed their shoes very intently. We wanted to capture as many, especially at this scale, as much as we possibly could. And this is something that's, again, unique to starting lineup. We don't often go into that amount of detail on the bottom of a shoe.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So, you know, so thrilled to introduce these to everybody today. It's been such a labor of love to bring these guys to life. We're so grateful to all of our partners. Dave, again, kudos to you and your team for really knocking it out of the park with these likenesses. But, you know, these aren't going to be the only places we're going to see these players' faces in this offering. I think there's more in here, Justin.
You got that right. So this is the example of the LeBron James trading card. So this is the official card that we have with each player. So we partnered with Panini on making an exclusive SLU card, Series 1 in the Elite branding. You can see the foil effect on the front here. Each card will come wrapped in the plastic collector sleeve. So I'll take it out of here just so you guys can see some of the more intricate details of it. But a great design that is ownable to SLU for this launch. Front of the card looks amazing. Back of the card looks amazing. Back of the card, as Ja mentioned actually, has all your stats, a little bit of the bio, and then from a player standpoint, we actually have the render of the player himself on there as well. So That looks fantastic. And obviously today with the boom in the collector space, in the memorabilia space, excuse me, if the physical trading card wasn't enough, we also have an NFT component to this as well. So if you purchase on Hasbro Pulse or on Fanatics.com, there's an NFT component that you'll get as a NFT with purchase. So you can see on screen here, the LeBron James, the black represents the card. You then have this example of the gold Steph Curry, which is a 1 of 1. And then you have the Giannis 1 of 504. And then Luka with the red is about a 1 in 100 shot opportunity. And then you have your common black version here with Ja Morant. So there's a scaled and tiered parallel approach here with the various NFTs that'll come with the product. So really exciting news there. It's going to be amazing. So we couldn't be more excited. I think that's all the time that we have. We can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. But before we go, we have one question from the fans that we want to address quickly.
Hey starting lineup team, this is Richie. I'm a toy photographer and I have a question for you guys. With so many jerseys like the home jersey, away, all-star, throwback, etc., will this line include those variants in any special way? Perhaps as like limited figures or chase figures? I'm really excited that starting lineup is back and I hope you guys have an amazing Pulse Con.
That's an amazing question. So I think from, ourselves, being sports fans ourselves, I think it's safe to say that, you're gonna wanna collect them all. So I think from our standpoint, there's gonna be, this is Series 1, there's much more to come. But from a variant standpoint, I think, part of our strategy is gonna be to continue to drive some exclusivity and some rarity. So, stay tuned. We'll leave it at that. But that was great. I think from our standpoint, I think that's all the time we have. Let's say bye to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Kevin Evans. Thank you again, Kevin, for joining us.
Thank you, guys. So great to be here. So excited to bring starting lineup back to life. Thank you.
Awesome. Again, thank you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Pulse Con, and thank you again for tuning into the first starting lineup panel.
Bringing the heat, bringing the heat. Starting lineup really showed up today, man.
Crazy.
It's pretty incredible how far they've pushed these figures to look and pose just like the players.
All the way from the hair to the facial, to the shoes, the socks.
The details.
Crazy.
As Ja Morant's eye slits. You know what I mean? He talked about his mustache.
Yeah.
He's my favorite mustache. They even put the part in Trae Young, but you got Jason Tatum, Trae Young, Ja Morant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, Stephen Curry, and LeBron James, all a part of Wave 1.
All of them.
I'm getting all of them.
That's a starting lineup.
That's a legendary
starting
lineup. You don't want to go one-on-one with that team. You really don't.
No.
It was amazing to see these players get a chance to now be in action figure form. Starting lineup is back, man. Even the cards that's included.
I can't wait to have all of them. The Panini cards look crazy.
Yeah,
that's added value right there, man.
There it is. There it is. So get to collecting. You trust me. Starting lineup is definitely going to be bringing some more heat even in the future because them adding more players. I'm already looking forward to Wave 2.
Yeah. Let's get it.
Looking forward to Wave 2, man. Beautiful to see. Thank you guys, everyone, for tuning in. I know you guys are having a blast at Pulse Con 2022. Let's see. We went through Transformers, Power Rangers. Just got through with starting lineup. I think it's time we get to something new, right?
Yeah.
I'm a big gamer. What about you?
Let's take it there, man.
Are you a gamer?
I'm ready to jump in.
That's what I'm ready to jump all in. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to introduce a good friend of mine from the Fortnite team. Edgar is in the building. What's going on, Edgar?
Go, bring it in.
How are you, bro?
Thank you for having me.
Good to see you, man. That's DJ A-Man on the ones
what
and
up,
twos.
Edgar? What up?
Yeah, brother. Let's
You want to join me?
man. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, man, I would invite you, but I think you're more hooked
Hey,
up
it's all
than I.
good, man. I got my setup. I'm good. I'm good.
I love it.
Edgar, tell us about exactly what you're bringing to the Pulse Con stage today.
Well, we got some great reveals for you right now. So we're going to take you guys through Wave 4 of the Victory Royale series line. We got some amazing figures. I can't wait to dig in and check some of these out.
That's what I'm talking about, Edgar. I'm a huge Fortnite player.
Yeah?
So getting a chance to be here at Pulse Con and getting a chance to see the figures first, right here, the reveal.
They're so fun. I can't wait. You're gonna love this.
Let's get to it then. I would love to see some more of them, man. Let's go.
Yeah. So right off the bat, we're gonna take you guys through 4 of our figures from Wave 4. So the first one up, we gotta take you through is Alexa in her Mecha Fusion form. So right here, you can see Alexa. So she was an amazing skin that dropped as part of Chapter 2, Season 5, and she was part of the the Battle Pass that was launched that season. She's such a cool design. I mean, like, let's take a look at her. You can check it out right here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so she's one of my favorite characters from that season. She's such a unique female form factor. You know, in our line, want to make sure we get some female representation.
Of course,
so she's another great ad. My personal favorite thing about her is, so she was one of those first characters that really included that like cell shading effect, you know, kind of like an anime in 3D form.
Yes.
So I was super stoked to be able to recreate and get this in a 3D, you know, action figure form factor, and I think she just turned out just killer, man.
She looks great. The details even down to like right here around the knee area, right? It's seeing the gauntlets around the calves.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Oh, man.
So like the cell shading is personally like my favorite thing. So it's like you can kind of see, right? Because like cell shading, you got like the highlights, midtones, and shadows kind of represented in a like more of a like dark way, right? So it's like here you can kind of see like we got like whites to represent those highlights, really hitting those with the deco. Same goes for like, you know, she's more of a dark tone already. So we went in with more of a subtle like muted blue color.
Yeah.
Really make that pop.
Getting a chance to have her weapon included, what made you guys decide to go with, I'm assuming this is a long range rifle?
It's a crazy rifle. So like, since she's so like a muted color palette right now, so it's like we thought we'd throw in a pop of color, right? Throw in that like long range rifle and the purple. It's just such a beautiful design.
I also see, like, can we talk about her eyes really quickly?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So like, the thing that I love about her eyes is just like, it's almost like a Terminator vibe, where they're just like peering into your soul, right? It's almost like this like crazy red vibe.
That's the last person's eyes I want to see, like right before, like, as I'm jumping in, and then before
she's
I
ready
get
to
a
come in
chance
for the
to
kill
go and loot and get my equipment. Next thing you know, boom.
But I mean, like, so like you talked about the eyes, right?
Yeah.
But like my personal favorite part is like the whole face, right? Because she's kind of got like this, like almost like porcelain doll vibe going on. And then the way we did like the cell shading again, it's like we treated like purple, kind of framing her eyelids a bit, and then it kind of like goes down the side of her face. Super sweet. Love how it pops.
I love it. This is, like I said, this is just your first reveal for Pulse Con.
Just the first one.
This is just how we're beginning fresh out. We're already bringing a lot of heat. So I'm very excited to see what you got going up for number 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
All right, our next reveal of the day today is none other than Renegade Shadow. So, you know, I know you guys are aware in Fortnite, you got the Shadow Org, you got Ghost, they're going head to head. So we thought we'd put in Renegade Shadow into the line, help you build out your Shadow collection a bit, right? Get some squad up for some of the Shadow peeps. So here we got Renegade Shadow in all of his glory.
Yo, can we just talk about this jacket though?
It's crazy.
The jacket is so cool. Even the leather, like right here around, like the belt, is some guess keeping his vest in place. You can see like almost like a carbon fiber kind of look to it.
It's beautiful. So we really went in and made sure that like we get nice, beautiful textures in there. So he's got like really nice like leather on the sides.
Yeah.
He's got like the carbon fiber, like you were saying, on those straps, giving you a lot of like visual interest. So you really want to dig into these figures and kind of like, oh, what's that? You know, it's like so much subtleties and stuff, right? Like be as true as possible to what you see in the Fortnite game, but in plastic form, you know.
It looks so good. You guys do such amazing detailed work. Right, let's talk about the back right here. Did we put 2 rockets?
It's crazy. Yeah, absolutely. We did put 2 rockets, and they're the most beautiful rockets I've ever done. I mean, look at that shit, man. It's like he's got like so much deco on those rockets.
Yeah.
You know, can I show you something cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God.
Man.
All right,
show
check
it off.
this
This
out.
is Pulse Con. This is what they want to see.
So our fans of the Victory Royale series line, I'm pretty sure are aware that when a character has like a sidearm or a knife or something that's part of their character design, as a faction figure designer, I want to make sure that we get some more play value out of those. So we've been making those separate pieces.
Okay.
So on Renegade Shadow here, you'll notice he's kind of got these goggles going on.
Right.
So we could have taken the easy way out where the goggles are part of the sculpt, right? Call it the day and deckled them black.
Yes.
But where's the fun in that? So we actually made those removable.
Movable.
And they're a separate piece. So you got options, right?
Yes.
It's a little hidden accessories, but you know, we know our fans are gonna love that, right?
Such a small detail, but it just makes the figure so much cooler. Being able to have the goggles on or off when you're actually posing them. Shout out to all the toy photographers out there. I know they're gonna love that fact. That's so great. And then even seeing his eyes. Can I check his out?
Absolutely, check it out. So He's got a fully decoed face on the. You wouldn't even have known unless I called it out, right?
No, I wouldn't have known.
It's crazy. We're so taking advantage of our amazing inkjet printing technology. We get the most realistic faces on these action figures. I mean, it looks like the character from the game.
Yes, absolutely, man. Just seeing it, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very jealous of the beard.
Oh, yeah.
The toy has a better beard than me, and that's okay. I can respect that fact. I will just look to him for inspiration for now on. That's all I'm gonna have to do for now on. I love the weapon that you chose for him.
I love his man bun.
Yeah.
He's got a beautiful man bun. I don't know if we're picking it up there.
For sure, no, we can catch it, And a little bit there. There it is.
Bam.
Look, and he's got cornrows to a man bun, and you can actually see the detailing in the cornrows.
It's such a cool action figure.
It is.
I'm so glad we were able to get this in our line.
Well done. Renegade Shadow. That was just number 2.
That's just number 2. We got so many more.
Let's go to number 3.
All right, let's check this next one out. So, a little backstory to this one.
Yes.
So when we started this line, Ripley was always one of these characters that Epic had suggested we do. And when I saw that design, he's like this blob, aqua, right, like character, and I'm like, we have to make an action figure of him. So he holds a little bit of a near and dear special place in my heart.
Okay.
So when it came time to figuring out a redeco for this wave, it was no doubt that we were always gonna do Sludge. Ripley has finally got an adversary worthy of him. So here we have Sludge in all of his awesome form factor. So he's using the same body as Ripley, so same level of articulation, same great details, texture, the whole 9 yards, right?
Yes.
Love it. The only, one of the major differences here, of course, is that he's Sludge, so he's the angrier one of the two, right? So we got him here in his red color
so
palette.
angry.
This man he's
mad.
He is an angry little red blob man.
Yeah, man. What you so mad for, bro? You come with all this muscle and you mad?
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So a couple differences from Ripley, right? Other than the red color palette, gotta go with that.
Yeah.
I love how it turned out, by the way.
Yes.
I've always been a sucker for translucent toys.
Same.
My God, and
Same.
this is it almost looks like a Jolly Rancher.
For sure, it's an
Right.
angry Jolly Rancher. This is what would happen if you left your Jolly Rancher in your car way too long.
Right.
And he's like, yo, so you really bought me
He's
to
angry.
leave me
He's
here?
angry from the heat.
Now it's on. Now it's on. You get your hammer, you get your assault rifle here, you get a whole other assault rifle with him. Yeah.
And those are also in that nice translucent color.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful how this came out. Another subtle but more really important thing is Sludge is, again, part of the Shadow Org. So he's, again, adding to that growing character list that we have that tied themselves to the Shadow Org. So same with Renegade Shadow, which we just saw.
Yeah.
Here we got Sludge, so you can kind of see on the side pouches, he's got that insignia from the Shadow Org. So really cool figure there.
I have a question for you, man.
What's up?
So seeing the fact that his head is like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of floaty within his blob kind of form factor. What made you decide to say, okay, when you look at the character on game, how do we turn that into a toy? What inspired you to say, okay, maybe we put this, we put the actual, I want to say the little pole to hold his head up there?
Yeah.
How did you come to that concept?
So really interesting, right? Because in the game, it's kind of just a floating head.
It's just there.
So it presented a really unique challenge for us as product designers.
Right.
So we really like how we ended up going about this, right? So it's it still reads the most accurate version of Sludge, right? That's still an uninterrupted outer shelling that he has here.
Right.
We made it a separate removable piece, and then in there, it's kind of acting like a ball joint for the neck, but it's a translucent kind of molded color, so it still gives that illusion that inner head is
it's just floating.
It's floating in there.
Yes.
Speaking of the inner head, so I don't know if you noticed, he's got little angry little eyes.
Right. He's an angry guy.
He's an angry little red blob man.
Yeah.
So that's different than Ripley, the figure that he's based on.
The blue one?
Right, the blue one.
Yeah.
He's a more happy-go-lucky one.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to make sure that for the fans, we gave them the most accurate version of that. So we actually went and sculpted up a whole new head so that it's the most accurate, even just to get those eye details. But we were like, you know what? Our fans are gonna know. So we didn't cut any corners. We went ahead and gave them a whole new head sculpt just for that little detail.
I'm loving every single one of the figures we've debuted, but I gotta be honest, I think Sludge is stealing the show for me already. I love the design and the detail as far as, again, like you said, you're a sucker for translucent.
For sure.
And I don't know what it is about that with toys. It just brings something else out of you to see. I guess maybe it's the articulation, maybe it's I don't know, did you ever hold the toys up to the light? as a kid?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
oh, for
I
sure.
think it's that thing. It's that old.
It's shiny.
Yes, exactly. All right, so that was number 3.
That's number 3.
Can we get to number? Go ahead.
So this might be your favorite one.
Okay.
I think we got some solid ones. Don't pass judgment yet.
No, not yet. I know we still got more reveals.
Maybe the next ones will tip this one over.
Let's go to number 4.
Let's go to number 4.
Yeah.
All right. So our next reveal for today is none other than Potassius Peels. So you might be aware, right? Our line's called the Victoria Royale series.
That's right.
I mean, it only makes sense that we end this way with a little bit of royalty. So here we have Potassius Peels. In all of his
Peels.
glory. I mean, look at this, man. It's a royal banana.
It gets no cooler than that, really. Like, it's the smug look on his face for me. That's what really makes this figure stand out to me the most. Is the discomfort of the face.
Let's look at
Not
this.
A care in the world.
Let's look at this guy. Oh my God, man.
Even down to the gladiator sandals, man.
Right? So when they first revealed this skin in the game, I was like, hands down, we need to do this as an action figure. It was just screaming to be turned into Plastic 4. And I think it turned out so awesome. Just look at him. The gladiatorial banana.
I'm already knowing in the chat right now, hashtag Potassius Peels is just going crazy. I know they're spamming it right now. Because I know they didn't expect to see it in this form factor.
For sure.
Nah, not at all.
And like, all right, look, can I take you through some details?
For sure,
Or
absolutely.
you don't love this? All right, check it out. So, I mean, you can see he's got so many beautiful like gladiatorial details, like I was calling out.
Yeah.
Love how he's got like the gladiator sandals going on.
Yes.
You ever seen a banana gladiator?
Nah, never,
sandals?
never.
Check that off your list, right?
No, for sure. I've never seen a banana in gladiator sandals. Only banana I've ever seen is in pajamas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throwback from that one.
That's hilarious.
Bananas in pajamas, man.
Another fun thing that we did, so, you know, our line's known for the great level of articulation, right? And this figure's no different. So he's actually got torso articulation, and this is the first version of Peely at any scale that's actually had articulation in the torso.
Wow.
And it's actually hidden behind this like lion facade that he's got going on here.
Yeah.
That's actually a separate piece. So it actually flexes out of the way so you can fully take advantage of that articulation there.
Nice.
It's super, super cool.
I love the crown. I really do.
It's like Caesar crown type of thing, right?
The design of the crown, because I felt like maybe if it would have just went straight here, it wouldn't have the same effect. But seeing how they're arching up over his eyes as he just looks so uninterested.
Fits him so beautifully.
Yes, this is just the regalness of him, just the angry, thumbs down. Thumbs down to anybody looking at me sideways, thumbs down.
And he comes with some amazing accessories.
For sure.
So he's got, of course, his back bling of choice, the Cape of Potassius.
The Cape of Potassius.
His harvesting tool is the Gladius of Potassius.
Okay.
And then when it came time to his weapon, I mean, look at this thing. He's got the Dub, which is like the most crazy, amazing looking, like old-timey shotgun. It's this thing has so many like beautiful, like filigree, almost like details in there.
Yes, that's what I'm checking out. I didn't notice this at first, but seeing all the gold details in it.
Yeah, man.
You're seeing them loop even all the way down the barrel.
And they're all decorated really nicely in that gold color. It just makes it pop. It really feels like premium.
Well done.
Hey, but you know what? Since we're talking about gold, our next character, our next reveal, takes gold to a whole nother level.
Let's check him out. Let's go. Who's next?
This here is our next deluxe figure for the line. This is Menace in his undefeated look. And he's just so, I mean, he's so awesome.
Look at the skull with the flames.
He looks crazy. I don't want to encounter this guy on the streets.
I don't want to see him in the game.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to see him in the game, let alone the streets. No, thank you. I don't want to see no parts of Menace.
So he's another one of these characters that, like, once it got revealed, I'm like, all right, toy, let's go. We got to get this in the line somewhere. He's so cool. I mean, look at this. He's got like a cheetah print almost.
Right.
So much gold. He's got purple.
Yes, man. It's your choices, I believe, for anything that's going around the jacket, that's like the fur here. You nailed that every single time, man. Even down to the details as far as here, we're seeing like the leather, I guess, right over the animal print.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Even the knees, check out the knees.
Gold.
Gold.
I told you, this guy.
All gold everything.
Gold
Hey, man,
every day.
Gold. We can't, but all gold everything. All gold everything. His weapons, all gold, and he comes with. I believe he comes with his weapon rack.
Yeah. So deluxe figure. You know, we want to make sure that the value's there.
Yeah.
So he's got like this massive weapons rack that you're able to pose and put all the accessories on there, however you seem fit.
Yeah.
Just more ways for the fans to pose these out and really like take advantage of these awesome figures. He's also got like a really awesome alt head. So this is the heavy helmet. So
That
like
helmet is scary.
You know, he's got two ways. So he's got the unmasked head, again, with that awesome printing tech, so it looks really nice.
Yes.
And then, like, we got this head. Look at this thing, man.
Edgar, how did you come up with this, man? How did you come up with figuring out how to make the flames come out of the actual eyes with this?
So in the game, they're actual, like, fires, right?
Right.
So we wanted to make sure that, like, we treated that as accurately as possible. So the head's molded in a gold color, but we broke those flames off as like separate PVC pieces and then molded them in like a translucent, like, I don't know, magenta color to really make it pop and actually feel like flames. And if you put it to the light,
exactly, that's what's the first thing I did. I'm like, yo, I gotta put it toward the light and see. This is exactly what we meant by the translucent. Everyone who gets theirs, yes, do the same thing. As soon as you get it out the box, you gotta put it to the light to see all the detail. Even the waves through it. You can see the flame waves.
Looks like real fire.
Yes, it does.
This figure's on fire.
This figure's on fire. Yo, Menace did not come to play, and this is his undefeated look.
His undefeated look. Undefeated still.
Come on now, man.
That's the one.
This is the one,
That's
man.
the one. Big
this
Menace.
is the one.
That's your look?
Yeah, I'm taking. I have to go with this. As all of them were my actual favorite, but you know, of course, Potassius stands out because it's a great character.
Absolutely.
It's a great character. But then we had when we first began, we had Alexa
Yeah,
looked amazing as well to me. So this is dope to see. I thank you so much, Edgar, for bringing all the
Leo,
hits
thank you. Yeah.
to Pulse Con 2022,
my God,
man. You had a blast?
I had a thank you. This has been amazing.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm so glad
man.
we were able to show some of the fans some of our new ads for this line. I hope you guys are excited as we are to be able to pick some of these up. This is going to be great, and we just continue to expand on the Victory Royale series line. And Leo,
I'll see you out there on the field, man.
Hey,
And
man.
Victory Royale, thank you so much for stopping by at PulseCon 2022. Yo, Fortnite? The Fortnite characters?
Yeah, man.
Yo,
We ain't
Menace
done
looks
yet.
scary. I'm not having Menace in my house at all. So cool to have a brand like Fortnite delivering more and more to the fans. You know, I play Fortnite. I've bought so many skins. So getting a chance to see the skins in an actual action figure,
Yep.
pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. And the roster is getting big with these additions. Amen.
What's up?
Let me ask you, man. Can we get a run in Fortnite?
Yeah, man. Whenever you want.
Tonight?
Today.
Today?
After this, that's what we could do.
I think like before we even start day 2, it needs to just be me and you in here, PulseCon headquarters, and we just go ahead and go
We
run a few rounds.
got the couch, we got the screens. Let's go.
This is us. This
Power
is
up
us.
our fandom.
And while I love playing a hero in Fortnite, time to talk about some legendary heroes.
That's right, man. Are you talking about the Marvel Legends, man?
Oh, you already know what I'm talking about.
I've been waiting all day for this.
This is what's your thing.
This is it.
This is what I'm talking about.
This is what we've been waiting for.
So, without further ado, let's dive in to the Marvel Legends panel with our friends Ryan, Dan, and Dwight. Take it away, guys.
Let's go.
Thanks so much, Cleo, and welcome to the Stuff of Legends, everybody. We are the Marvel Legends team. I am Ryan in marketing, and I am joined by who I like to call Love and Thunder, but I'll let them introduce themselves.
Yo, what's up? I'm Dan. I guess I'm Love.
Okay. And I guess that I'm Dwight and on design, and I guess that makes me Thunder. So good to see everybody. It's awesome to be back at PulseCon.
We're so happy, Dan and I, to be joining Dwight in studio this year. We weren't able to last year, so we're finally together, and this is the big leagues. We are here. This is an awesome set. Thank you to the teams. We've got so much to go through, guys. We've got reveals, we've got teases, we've got little gags, we've got pre-orders and everything. So, packed agenda. We're going to jump right in, and we are starting off PulseCon 22 with a bang. A big Toy Biz retro style bang. And so let's talk about a brand new Pulse exclusive item. This is a retro inspired Iron Man that comes with an awesome cannon. This is inspired by the Toy Biz line from back in the day, and we're gonna take you through here everything you get inside this awesome closed box. So first up, you'll see here on the center here, we've got an awesome shipper box that is meant to look like the old toy. But then once you take that away, what do you have inside of that here? You have a blister card and a big accessory. This is, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's pretty hefty, but this is in separate packaging. You can see there. So Dwight, walk them through this awesome item.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest accessories we've ever done. Bum, bum, bum. We have Iron Man with his plasma cannon, and we have a bunch of extra accessories for this guy on his motorcycle, which looks really sweet. So if you guys love your 3 3/4 inch line, we've already got some great Ghost Rider news this year. Here's another awesome one for you.
Again, shout out to Steve back at the office, and also JB, the designer, primary designer on this line. You know, great work as always in this awesomely nostalgic and fun line. So speaking of Ghost Rider, we do have a lot going on for Ghost Rider right now. So let's take a quick moment to talk about our HasLab Engine of Vengeance. All right, so we have here the Marvel Legends, Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider HasLab, the Engine of Vengeance. This campaign is still live and going strong. We need everyone's support by October 31st. A happy Halloween to put a bow on this campaign. Dwight, take them through what comes in this awesome package.
Yeah, so the Engine of Vengeance comes with Hell Mode, all the fire you could possibly want. A Street Legal Mode with all the rubber and asphalt you could want. And it also comes with our amazing 6-inch Ghost Rider figure.
So if you want to learn more or back this project, make sure to scan the QR code on screen right now. That'll take you to the Hasbro Pulse page for Robbie Reyes and his Engine of Vengeance. And guys, a couple of weeks ago, we were really happy to unveil the first tier unlock, tier number 1. It was a digital render of Mephisto, but we worked hard. Thank you to Tony and the team back at the office for bringing us our true scale presentation sample of Mephisto here. Dwight, take them through everything going on from the size to the deco and just the pure evilness of this all.
Evilness. So, all right, our evil Mephisto is a little bit over 7 inches tall. He has full double pinless arms and legs. He's got this amazing cape and wraps. What you don't see here is he will also come with alternate hands. So his hands have been mirrored, so he'll have double C grips to hold whatever accessories you might want to give him, or if he wants to try and take Ghost Riders away from him, as well as his open kind of gesture hands. So a couple of different grips, which is always fun, and you have the swappable parts, and it's an amazing opportunity to get this fantastically demonic character into your collection.
And as we said in the campaign live stream launch, you know, these characters in this, for the tiers, you know, were carefully curated for this demonic theme. You know, they don't necessarily with Robbie and all of the comics, but there's a definite kind of demonic, evil kind of theme going on. And so those figures, you know, made the most sense to put here in this package. And so this is where you're going to get the figures here, guys. So if you want Mephisto and all the other additional tiers that we see, you know, you have until October 31st to go back that. And because it's Pulse Con and because we wanted to continue to have some news about this campaign, we have Mephisto himself is going to help us tease the second tier. So let's take a look at that. Mephisto, what have you got for us? Ooh, what does that look like?
Looks like a pumpkin pie.
That actually does. It is not a pumpkin pie. It is something else.
Oh. It's a demonic pumpkin pie.
Maybe we're playing with the scale. Maybe it's that size. Maybe it'll actually be smaller. Ooh. We don't know. But Mephisto here wanted to show you guys.
Well, some of us know.
Some of us know. We do know.
I know.
I don't know.
Does Dan know? Have we told Dan?
I don't know.
Dan's gonna love this.
Yes.
Love this reveal.
Absolutely.
Okay, so stay tuned for more. This is your clue for tier 2 of the Engine of Vengeance. Yeah, so go get it. We love it. We hope you do too.
Yeah, one thing though that when I was looking at all the fan sites and things like that, there was a lot of speculation about what the other tiers would be. And one of the characters that people were talking about was something that you actually teased at San Diego Comic-Con, Dwight. So at San Diego Comic-Con, Dwight joined us virtually, and at that virtual panel, he did, you know, Marvel Legends little tease there with an accessory of a blaster. And some of you fans out there, you guys are awesome. guessed him immediately. And so Orb, we can confirm once and for all, he is not a tier for our HasLab, but he will be coming in 2023 as a Marvel Legend. So Dwight, take us through Orb.
Orb. With his little weird blaster. His deco is fantastic. It's very 70s, early 80s inspired from the comics. It looks like he would be riding a bike right next to Johnny Blaze, which is fitting. He's got this amazing giant eye, and the eye has some really, really well done kind of photoreal deco, even though it's just an eye. You get to see the veins going all the way to the side of his head.
Needs some eye drops, right?
He does. He needs some Visine or something. He looks like he's had a rough night, so we gotta get this guy taking better care of himself. But we've got an awesome new weird character. We love doing those odd characters that you've never had in the line, and here you go. You get a version of Orb to your collection.
Yeah, this is kind of a deep cut from the pages of the Ghost Rider comic books back in 2008, but I just really wanted to shout out to Dwight and Ben and our engineer and the whole team back at the office. These guys, they dig deep sometimes for some fun characters, so they leave no stone unturned. They make sure they cross all their T's and they dot all their lowercase j's when it comes to coming up with these character selects. So shout out to the team back at the office.
Wow, shout out.
That's right.
I'm counting how many dad jokes Ryan does for this whole PulseCon.
All the dads out there, you're with me. Dad jokes. Dwight, you're with me.
Yeah, sadly, I'm there.
Well, okay, so since we're talking about some comic characters, one of my favorite comic characters that is also going to be coming out in 2023 is very tied to a very specific arc of comics. He's very, very prevalent in the 1984 Secret Wars and also the 2015 Secret Wars. He's one of my favorite villains or characters within the Marvel Universe. So Dwight, take us through our next character, which is Molecule Man.
Oh, I knocked it over. Molecule Man here. He is double pinless, like you guys expect. It's a great classic character that's never been done in Legends, like Dan said. And we love Secret Wars. We're one figure closer to completing the majority of the characters you need for that set. So he's got his awesome kind of those lightning bolt scar details on his face. He's got a couple power effects. And there you go. One more character to add to your collection. One of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe. Molecule Man. There you go.
So stay tuned for Molecule Man in 2023. I think, Ryan, we have a couple more villains that we want to talk about today, though, right?
Yeah, so Orb and Molecule Man just reveals no pre-order today. They'll be coming out next year. A figure that will be coming out later this year is going to continue the loose villain theme that we've been doing at Walgreens in the US. So that was the likes of Baron Zemo, then we had Jigsaw, and at Comic-Con we unveiled Sentry with the alternate Void head. So the fourth and final item for this program this year is going to be an updated character that has came out once before, but we're really excited to see this new version for her. This is Moonstone, based on her white Thunderbolts costume. Dwight, talk them this. So this kind of looks like the old 2013 Comic-Con item, but it's actually different in a lot of ways. So remind fans what's going on here.
Yeah, like the Comic-Con one was low numbers, so a lot of you guys don't have her yet. So it's nice to get Carla out here. And the updates this time is she has double pinless arms, so she can actually, flex as this powerful character should be able to do. She's got the photoreal on her face, which looks beautiful. She's got alternate hands, and it's just a nice upgrade to the character. If you have the other one, she's got a slightly different variation of her mask painted on this one, and she just looks great for all of those of you who may not have had her back in the day. Now you have an opportunity to get a hold of Moonstone.
So no pre-order for her today, but we wanted to show you this final production sample, and just a note about all those fans who are eagerly asking us about these exclusives. We don't have an exact availability date, but we're pretty sure that they will be available this year. So stay tuned for more, and follow the Hasbro Pulse and us for more details on that.
Yeah, definitely. I think, I said on Twitter earlier this year that PulseCon is going to be focused a lot on comic characters, but don't forget, we never forget our MCU fans out there too, so we wanted to give a sneak peek at one of our favorite MCU characters from the Disney Plus What If Season 1 show. We saw just a glimpse of her towards the end of that season, but I'm super excited to really show off and reveal the next character. So without further ado, Dwight, let's take them through Warrior Gamora.
Yeah, Warrior Gamora looks amazing. She's got her giant double-bladed, I don't know, axe weapon thing. It's huge, as it should be for her. She's in all of her golds and blacks, kind of that Thanos look that we've come to expect. Why does she look like this? Maybe we'll find out some point in the future. But she has double pinless arms and legs, the big weapon, and a beautiful photoreal likeness. So I think Warrior Gamora will look really great with your other What If figures.
So more info to come on this figure. It'll be released sometime in 2023. Have a lot of items to keep track of. So we wanted to throw something in for the MCU fans. But it's a very heavy comic focus. Speaking of comic focus and Marvel Legends this year, right? It's a busy year. We've been celebrating the 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends, so we're going to take a quick trivia break right now with some fun questions that are going back to the whole legacy of the Marvel Legends line. So some of these are pretty hard. I have trouble keeping them straight, but maybe Dwight and Dan, I don't know if you guys have seen these. So first up, okay, which character was not in the second Toy Biz wave of Marvel Legends in 2022? And our three choices here are Doctor Doom, Mr. Fantastic, and Human Torch. Which one was not in the second wave of Marvel Legends? Any thoughts?
I need to do better with my homework, don't I?
Oh, he didn't tell us about a pop quiz.
I know. Dude, you can't do that to me.
All right, so the answer, these were all themed. I was trying to trick you. The answer was Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic was in a later series, but we had Thing and Human Torch in the second wave. All right, so we got two more questions up. Going to the next one here. Dwight might know this one because he was on the line, so this might be more for Dan, but what character was not in the very first Hasbro wave of Marvel Legends in 2007? Not in it. So we have Banshee, Hercules, or Wolverine. Dan, thoughts?
So on a multiple choice test, I always go with choice C. So I'm gonna go with C there, Wolverine. Final answer, Ryan.
Final answer, lock it in?
I'm locking it in.
You don't need to phone a friend?
I mean, I want the fans' help, so maybe I can get the fans to unlock it for me, but I'm going with C.
C's Dan's going with Wolverine. That is correct. Wolverine was not in that first wave. Well, you think you might have.
I was right here, and you went with the fans instead of like the guy who actually, whatever, dude. I'm done with you.
All right, and the third question. All right, which character was in the Hasbro Blob Build-A-Figure wave? So our choices here are Moon Knight, Daredevil, and She-Hulk. These are
I know this one too.
options. You know this one?
I know this one
Dan?
too.
All right, I'm gonna phone a friend. Dwight, I need your help, buddy. What's the answer?
Lean, mean, and green, baby.
She-Hulk. Final answer.
Dan's going She-Hulk. That is correct. She-Hulk was in the Blob Build-A-Figure wave. So we hope you had fun with those. Happy 20th anniversary to Marvel Legends. And yeah, let's get back into the reveals. Who's going to help us out with some reveals, Dan?
Yeah, two special guests are actually going to be joining us for our next big reveal. One of the best parts about working at Hasbro Marvel Legends is that we get to meet people within the toy community, and sometimes they surprise us, you know? So this next guest actually DM'd me and was like, hey, I'm a big Marvel Legends collector. Totally surprised me. So yeah, we had a good chance to talk to both of them. So without further ado, stay tuned for our special guest, Mr. Brian Hoyer. Yo, Marvel Legends fans. You know, right now we're here at Pulse Con 2022. And one of my favorite parts, genuinely, being on the Marvel Legends team is meeting new members of the toy community. And today I have the honor and privilege of talking to two members within that toy community, that toy family. So first up, I want to introduce a really cool and awesome man named Mr. Garrett Hoyer. Garrett, say hi. Hi.
Hi.
Awesome, man. And also right next to him is not only Garrett's father, but he is also a Super Bowl champion, a pro NFL quarterback for the New England Patriots, Mr. Brian Hoyer himself, needing no introduction. Brian, welcome to the show.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Dan, for having us.
Yeah, no. Let's jump right into this.
Brian, let me start with you, man. Like, in Marvel Legends, we love to talk about origin stories, right? Like, how did you first get into toy collecting? When you first reached out to me and when we first talked, I was honestly kind of surprised, man. I was like, oh man, Brian Hoyer collects Marvel Legends figures. I was flabbergasted, man. So can you talk us through your origin story with that? Like, how'd you get into Marvel and things of that nature?
Yeah, for me, I think, it started with the X-Men animated series on Fox on Saturday mornings back in the early 90s. My brother and I, we lived for that. That was what we'd always wait for. And then, of course, back in the day, you had, stores like Toys R Us, KB Toys, and you go there and then you'd see the here they are. Here's the heroes in toy form. And, we started collecting, and it kind of became our thing that we would do, which led to comics. And, for me, it was either sports or Marvel, and that's how I kind of grew up. And so now to see what you guys have done, starting from these Toy Biz toys, I actually brought some of my old ones here, these little tiny figures. So what you guys do now is so cool to be able to show him. And I've got to share the X-Men animated series with him now because it's on Disney Plus, and he really likes watching it. And so it kind of just grew from there.
Yeah, Garrett. So like, does your dad force you to watch the X-Men cartoon? Like, what's your passion? Like, how'd you get into Marvel, man?
He doesn't really force me. I just wanted to watch what he watched when he was a child. And one time we went to go watch the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and we really liked it. So we got the figures.
Nice.
We also liked the figures. So, and it reminded him of his childhood. So we started collecting all the other figures.
Wow, so you're the one that like got your dad back into collecting, huh? So I gotta thank you, man. Thank you, Garrett.
Yeah, that's right.
I heard what both of you kind of liked. So in a box, I sent you guys two things. One of them is going to be a brand new reveal. So Brian, why don't you and Garrett do us the honors and reveal what's in the box, all right? All right, there should be two items.
Oh, he's been waiting for this.
Look at
we both have.
Nice. So I knew you guys were a big MCU fan, and I knew that Moon Knight was one of your favorite Disney Plus shows. So I got an early sample of Moon Knight for you guys. Garrett, that one's for you. And
there you go, bud.
So the next item is going to be a brand new thing that we haven't revealed to anybody, and hopefully you guys will both like it. Ready? Show us what it is.
Go ahead. Oh, are you kidding me? This is so cool. This is straight from my childhood.
Yep.
The best.
Wow. This is great. We have this one here.
Exactly.
It was meant to be.
Wow, I didn't even know that you guys were going to bring that.
That is so cool.
So don't give away the rest of the wave, Brian. So don't flip it over because we're going to reveal the rest later. But that one's for the both of you guys. But yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome.
So what are your thoughts, first of all? Like, what do you think?
These are really great figures. I've been waiting for this because this is one of my favorite characters in the MCU. So I'm really happy about this Moon Knight.
And then for me on this one, I mean, this is the card, everything. It reminds me of, going to Toys R Us and trying to find these with my brother. Obviously, Wolverine and in his team suit. And I can still remember the comic where all of them had the blue and yellow suits on, which is cool because as a kid, you always loved seeing Wolverine. And then all of a sudden he's got his team issued suit, which is really cool. And oh man, this is very nostalgic for me. And thanks for letting us be a part of it. This is going to definitely go right into our X-Men collection in our storage case.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for being part of the community, and thank you for being Marvel Legends fans. And yeah, thank you for joining us for Pulse Con 2022. Yeah, guys, keep collecting, keep going out hunting. If you see Brian or Garrett in your local Target or Walmart, just know that they're hunting for Marvel Legends, all right? Any last words, guys, before we sign off from Pulse Con?
Just thanks so much.
Yep,
we like I said, to be able to be a part of something that we always wait to watch. I wait for the countdown, and if we're not together, we'll wait and watch together. So it's cool to be a part of. It's cool to have something that you guys create that brings us together, something for us to share, and something that we really enjoy. And so thank you and Dwight and Ryan for those, and for everybody else on the team.
Yeah, no, we are so honored once again, like I said, to have you guys part of the community. And yeah, enjoy and stay tuned for more PulseCon, because I'm telling you, we're going to finish off that wave. And if you like that team suit look, you're going to be very, very happy, Brian. Don't worry about it. All right? We'll take you guys back.
Awesome.
See you guys later. Peace out.
Thanks again to Garrett and Brian Hoyer, true Marvel Legends collectors. The longer segment of that interview is going to be found on HasbroPulse.com later on. So go check that out, and you'll really hear that father-son dynamic. But first of all, we just want to give a closer look at what they revealed. So Dwight, why don't you take us through our Wolverine on the awesome retro card?
Yeah, like Brian said, man, this was that classic cover, Uncanny X-Men 275 in the yellow and blues. So here is Wolverine with 2 alternate heads, alternate hands. He's got fists, he's got claws, and his proportions are what you expect for Wolverine. He's got some new legs, or he's got the legs with the straps keyed in. Looks really great. Another fantastic Wolverine for your collections, and we think he looks awesome, and hopefully you guys will enjoy adding him to your collection as well.
Yeah, show off that retro card again, Dwight, because you already know. The retro card is like my favorite waves of the year, and let's reveal the rest of this wave, shall we? Okay?
Sounds great.
So the next figure is a figure that if you missed out on our Hasbro Pulse exclusive Mojo World set, he was part of that. So we're bringing out a single-carded Longshot figure. Tell us about Longshot here, Dwight.
Yeah, you guys noticed there was some details that were, that a lot of people wanted to see on Longshot that weren't included in the Comic-Con set, and that was for a reason, because we were bringing him back here. Yep. So the differences between Comic-Con Longshot and this Longshot are he has the star effect in his eye, which is, very iconic to him. He's got the yellow as opposed to the white star on his chest, and I believe his tones are slightly varied compared to the browns and blacks on the previous version. But he's got the big, the photoreal eye with the big flash, which looks pretty cool. He's still got his throwing knives and everything else you would expect for Longshot.
Longshot is looking amazing. We wanted to give a quick shout out to David Nakayama, who did the custom illustration on all the packaging, and shout out to our packaging team again, Ben and everyone else involved. Let's take a quick look after Longshot to our next character. This character is Multiple Man. This is a look that he first featured really in Giant Size Fantastic Four in 1974, I believe. And yeah, he's looking amazing. Dwight, why don't you take him through Multiple Man?
So Multiple Man here has a ton of deco. He's got all of the golds and all of the greens that wrap all around his entire figure. Right. He's Multiple Man, so he has to have multiple heads so that you can pop on different variations, so that if you collect, piles of these guys, that was stupid. Why didn't I just say multiples of these guys? You can have, a couple different looks for his expression. So he'll have alternate hands, and he looks really, really, really good as well. And it's nice to see these characters come back out, because it's been a little while since we've done him. And the last time we did him was with his jacket, so it was fun to do a more classic look.
I just love, if you look in pack, the head matches perfectly with the illustration. I don't know if we could zoom in on that, but the head, is floating right there. I love that. So shout out again to David Nakayama and the rest of the packaging team. I love the orange card backs, but if you know, X-Men lore and the Toy Biz days, there was also Ryan's favorite card, which was the purple card, right? So Ryan, why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we all love this line, and when we did the very first wave of X-Men Retro 6-inch, if you remember, we had Silver Samurai on that, and he was on the purple card, and that was really important to me to have both the orange for the heroes and the purple for the villains. And so this wave is going to be down the middle, 3 good guys, 3 bad guys. And so Dan took us through the heroes, and now we're going to go through the villains. So first up, here's a character that we've heard so much about, fans requesting us to put out again. She was previously available in a 2017 Toys R Us 2-pack, and never since. And so we've been saving her for the perfect time. You see her on screen right now. This is Dark Phoenix, not only on the purple villain card, but with the sub-branding of the Phoenix Saga, just like the original Toy Biz series. So Dwight, I know, this was one of our favorite figures from many years back. What's going on with this new version of Dark Phoenix?
Yeah, well, I love Jean, so any chance we get a chance to do a new version of Jean, I'm all in. So this one has a new waist sash with the proper Phoenix logo sculpted in. She has double pinless arms, which is great, as well as pinless legs. It's a nice improvement from the previous one. She has her little kind of small Phoenix power-up accessory that kind of shows the hint of her, cosmic level power inside, and in very, very bright classic reds and yellows.
So this is a notable update for the Dark Phoenix. The next is a new character that I don't believe we've done in Marvel Legends before. So this is going to be another villain. This is a classic Avalanche, further hitting on the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants team. He's got an awesome helmet there, classic colors. Dwight, what's going on with Avalanche?
Yeah, we always like to bring back other characters. Like we said, first times in the line. For us, I know in the partner brands, there was an Avalanche in the old Toy Biz days, but this is the first official Marvel Legends one, and he's in his classic look. Lots of blues, lots of silvers, his big bucket helmet, which is kind of funny, but very iconic to the character, and he looks pretty sweet as well. So he's got alternate hands and looks great on that purple card.
So we put out Toad, we got Avalanche. What else? Who else do we got? Who are we missing? Are we missing?
We've got Pyro, we've got Mystique, we got Magneto. Is there anyone else?
I think we're doing pretty good.
We're doing pretty good. We're getting there. We're getting there. We know fans love to complete teams, and we try to the best we can. So that is Avalanche. He is the fifth figure, and I was saving my favorite in this wave for last, so let's take a look at the last villain in this retro wave. It is, of course, Spiral. Dwight and the team at Hasbro did an awesome, I consider advance for its time back then, Spiral figure, but that's really rare, hard to come by, and we had to in a year where Mojo is a big player for us with the Pulse Mojo World set. We got a brand new Spiral with all the arms and all the bladed weapons. Dwight, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, so many shoulders and elbows and digits. She's got so many little fingers. It's amazing. Well, but not as many fingers as you might expect, because she's from Mojoverse, so they only have 4 fingers as opposed to 5. So just to be clear. So she looks amazing, full articulation, fully functional, all 6 of her arms. A gorgeous silvered helmet, 6 weapons, so a weapon for each hand. She has a couple alternate hands as well, just for fun. Photoreal on the face. She is stunning. I know we've been getting hit with DMs and things for quite a long time after the Mojo set came out. Like, come on, guys, you missed Spiral. It's like we didn't miss anything in regards to her. She looks fantastic, and she is here now for you on Ryan's favorite purple card.
All right, so there we have the 2022 X-Men Vintage Wave. So this is going to be available for pre-order later today on the Hasbro Pulse at 6 p.m. So go get your pre-orders in for this complete wave. And add to your heroes, add to your classic villains. One in, one out. You know how we roll. Go get it later today. And so earlier today, we shared the Uncanny X-Men suit. Yes. I know you guys are thinking, what about all the other suits? And I think we're going to get to it. And since it's the 60th anniversary for the X-Men in 2023, since they first appeared in 1963, we've got some additional sneak peek 2023 items for these team suits. So Dwight, take them through the first one.
All right, peek sneak number 1. We have Oro, beautiful, beautiful Storm in her yellows and blues. She has new legs with the bands keyed in, so no worries, people. They won't be sliding up or down her legs or falling around her ankles. They are not going anywhere, and they look amazing. As well as that, we have a beautiful new likeness for her. She has alternate powering up lightning hands as well as non-lightning hands, and it's just I don't know. I love, this is like a special moment for me when I was reading as a young man, so getting a chance to do these figures now with all of the improvements that we've created over the years with the photoreal and the double pinless parts, I think she looks fantastic, and hopefully everybody agrees.
I mean, I love this figure, but I'll be honest, Ryan, I really love the next figure that we're gonna talk about, and I know Dwight doesn't want to admit this, but we had to really talk him into it, right, Ryan?
Well, when you think of that cover, I think we can all picture it. You know, that kind of trifold cover.
Yep.
And there's one character dead in the center of that, I think, that really screams for attention. He's been screaming for Dwight's attention for many years.
Another one.
Check.
And we know Dwight loves this one, so of course, fans, the long-awaited figure, an updated version of
Banshee.
Woo!
Yeah, no, it was fun to revisit him from all those years ago, back from the very beginnings. So we have Banshee coming out now with fabric wings. He has two likenesses with different levels of mutton chops, which you'll have to wait for that, guys. It's going to be awesome. He's got the Keaton bands on his legs. And he looks fantastic. So there you go, an awesome new version of Banshee in blue and yellow, not the green and yellow. So I'm still kind of covered for not, breaking my word.
We need to throw that technicality in there to convince Dwight here, but thank you, man. Appreciate it.
So that was a pretty emotional reveal for Dwight, and so we thought we'd give him, bring his spirits back up with the next exciting reveal. It's one of Dwight's favorite characters, but I'll let him tell you about that.
All right. Well, first of all, if you were going to have some fun, cosplay or whatever, what would you cosplay at?
Well, today, if we're talking 2022, I'm really looking forward to Wakanda Forever. So I would choose this Black Panther purple vibranium Legends Gear helmet, available now.
That's pretty good. Dan?
I mean, everyone knows I'm from Queens and gotta represent, and one of my favorite characters ever is Spider-Man, so here's an Iron Spider helmet that I would probably cosplay as, right?
I don't want to throw any shade towards Spider-Man,
okay.
but I would like to say that you both are pathetic and wrong.
Whoa.
Yeah, because if you're going to cosplay, you got to go villainous. And,
careful, it's very important.
You weak little mortals.
Wow.
Bow to the power of the most epic and amazing Marvel villain of all time. So this guy, Strife, man. There's nothing better than a clone of a mommy and a daddy of a clone. It's weird, okay? But it's freaking Strife, and it's awesome, and it's ginormous, and I could just murder people just by turning left or right. I don't know why you would ever do this, but with all of that, boom, we have a nice new update. Oh no, I just killed him, but that's okay, he's a clone. He comes back. So we have Strife here. The last time we did him was a TRU exclusive. He was hard to find. This one is new, this one is classic, this one is gorgeous and armored in all the right ways, and it allows me to wear this absolutely epically amazing helmet just because I don't want to take this off. I feel powerful when I'm wearing this. I feel like, I could crush puny mortals, and that's, what you want when you're a future dictator, evil man.
Now you're gonna have to keep that on for the rest of the stream.
You think so? I don't know, take this off.
If anyone is wondering where all of our budget for the Marvel team's budget for PulseCon went, Dwight was just wearing all of it for this one. So this is a fun prop. Currently no plans to put this out, but yeah, let us know if it's something you'd like.
Let us know.
Maybe we can take that back.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little market research as part of PulseCon 2022 here. But so Strife, what do we have? Banshee, Storm in their team suits. They will be 2023 items. No pre-orders today, but just stay tuned for more. And we hope you like X-Men, because next year is going to be a big year for X-Men.
Yeah, and the only way to get that Wolverine to complete that cover, that uncanny cover, is you need to get the Wolverine from the retro carded assortment that we just showed. So go get that Wolverine if you want to. You'll have the opportunity to recreate that awesome uncanny X-Men cover.
All right, and last year at PulseCon, we had special guests Eric and Julia Lewald, who were the showrunner and a writer on the X-Men animated series, and they were awesome to help us reveal the closed box cassette tape line inspired by the animated series. So they helped us do Wolverine and Jubilee last year, which are out now. And then at the 10/27 special event last year, Pharaoh Monch, shout out to him. He's an awesome collector, and we love staying in touch with him. He revealed Mr. Sinister, and then since then, we've rolled out in the past year, we've had Storm, Jean Grey, Morph, and Mystique to the line, which you see down there in front of me, and we're gonna kind of complete this collection for the time being in 2022 with a character that many fans have guessed is coming, and we've been kind of saving him for last because we think he is so awesome. This is Cyclops. Here's a look at the packaging art. Shout out again to Dan Wiesenmeyer for his amazing work on this series. Yeah, so we've got the closed box here with that amazing Cyclops art, and Dwight, take him through the figure.
Yeah, Cyclops looks amazing. He's got his chest straps all keyed to his torso so they won't fall off or move out of place, which is also really, really important. He has alternate hands. He's got the pinless arms and legs. Daddy, I love you, Daddy, but not really, I will kill you. So, it's just another great figure, a great classic look. He's got the slight cell shading deco applied to his yellows and blues, and Scott just looks really awesome. So there you go, Scott Summers in his classic 90s yellow and blue.
Yeah, so this is going to be a Hasbro Pulse and Shop Disney shared exclusive. If you've been paying attention, that means we have 8 total VHS X-Men animated series figures. They're right there, over there, that collection. They look so nice right next to that Mojo set, right, Ryan?
That's right, I put Cyclops out here. You can see all 8 lined up. Of course, you've got the heroes on the left. You've got the villains coming in from the right, just like that opening sequence in the cartoon that we all grew up with. So Cyclops is going to be available for pre-order today at 6 p.m. This is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, and Shop Disney will also get some quantities later on. This has been a shared program, but it'll definitely be up for Pulse later today at 6. So go get Cyclops and add him to your VHL shelf.
So Brian Hoyer specifically mentioned that he loves the X-Men animated series. I think Ryan and I love the animated series, right, for the X-Men. We're gonna take, in 2023, a slight break to the X-Men animated series. That doesn't mean we can't come back to it, but for 2023, we wanted to give you a sneak peek and let you guys know that for 2023, the VHS program is going to be dedicated to one of my favorite shows of all time, the Spider-Man animated cartoon show from the 90s. So here's a sneak peek of what you will see, and stay tuned for more to come. We will talk about that more at another event very, very soon. But look at that artwork there, Dwight. What do you think?
I think it's fun. It's actually got me having to go back and watch these shows to get reference and stuff for these costumes. So it's been a fun deep dive into some early Spider-Man goodness.
This is everything I've ever wanted. So this is awesome right here. I can't wait for 2023. But again, we're just taking a break on X-Men. So calm down, Ryan. Don't worry. We're gonna come back to it.
It's going to be a big year in 2023 for fans of Spider-Man the animated series that you just saw with that item. So that was just a look at the packaging. Stay tuned for more of the figures as we get into 2023 in a couple of months here. But guys, so the next segment we wanted to do is we love talking to the fans and reading their feedback and getting their questions. We were able to chat with so many in San Diego this year, which was awesome to see familiar faces. And so we thought we'd bring that virtually here to Pulse Con. So we got 2 questions from notable content creators and out there in the space. And so first up, we have a question from our longtime friend of Marvel Legends and friend of yours as well. Let's hear what Shartimus Prime wants to ask us.
Hey, what's up, Dwight, Ryan, and Dan? Hope you guys are all doing well. My question is, will we ever get a Doc Ock figure with bendy wires in the tentacles? I know I've asked this before, but I noticed the diameter on those tentacles are kind of similar to the Mr. Fantastic arms. So since we have him on those Mr. Fantastic arms, hoping we see him on a Doc Ock soon. Hope you guys have a great Pulse Con.
All right, so thanks for the question, Shartimus Prime. I will say that I think just the diameter of something, there's more considerations than that when we talk about bendy wires, but we totally hear the fans, and we know that Doc Ock with bendy wires is on their wish list, and we look forward to finding opportunities to make that happen, just as we have with things in the past, like double jointed elbows on females, which you've just saw a whole lot of, figures today, female figures with double jointed elbows that are now the standard. And so this is something that we're going to continue to work towards. What do you think, Dwight?
Fancy that.
Keep working on it.
I agree. Yeah, keep working on it. I mean, Shartimus, if you want something lined, you have to ask me about 33.3% times, and then then I really get working on it. So I don't know exactly where you are in that 33.3, but you're getting there.
All right, and next up we have a question from another channel who we're excited to work with for the first time here. Let's see what Carbon Scoring has to ask.
Hey guys, this is Trey from Carbon Scoring. I love the intersection of comics history, comic book art, and action figures, and that's something that the Marvel Legends line has done great since the very beginning. Recently, with the figures based off of the Age of Apocalypse storyline and the retro cardback lizard that had a head sculpt that was clearly designed by Steve Ditko. My question is, what other classic Marvel stories are you looking to incorporate into the line, such as Secret Invasion or Infinity Gauntlet, or my two personal favorites, Secret Wars, where we could get a classic Monica Rambeau Captain Marvel and Molecule Man, or the Dark Phoenix saga, which would be a great way to include the Starjammers in the line. Thanks, guys. Have a great PulseCon.
Yeah, thanks, Carbon Scoring, for sending that question. I think he talked about Molecule Man, and luckily enough, we just talked about him, right? Overall, though, I think our whole entire team, we love comics, and I think every time we think about new characters to make in Marvel Legends, the comics are one of the biggest sources of inspiration. But we usually don't answer these questions this way, but I think, Dwight, we should say that some of those characters that he mentioned, or those teams, are coming in 2023, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Not just a Molecule Man, because that'd be a really cheap way out. It'd be funny, but it wouldn't be right. So something else on that list that you talked about, you will be seeing
in 2023.
On 2023, not too far out.
So stay tuned.
All right, so thanks for the questions, Shartimus and Carbon Scoring, and continue to hit us with your questions and comments on the Hasbro Pulse social channels and all our fan streams like you do. So before we get out of here, we wanted to touch on a really exciting initiative. You guys have seen some about this. We launched it at San Diego Comic-Con, but we wanted to talk about Hasbro Selfie Series right now. So this is the unique experience that really lets fans put themselves into their favorite stories, including Marvel. And so we've got some amazing Marvel Legends Selfie Series. All you got to do, guys, here is you go download the app. It's a simple app. You take a couple of selfies, as we do. You choose your character. You customize it with the hair and the other kind of features you want, and then you get yourself in action figure form for your shelves, and so you can mingle amongst your Marvel Legends 6-inch characters. And we actually all of us had our own selfies made. So first up there on the screen is Dan's figure.
Oh,
Dan
look
went with
at
Spider-Man.
that.
Dan, are you from Queens?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. Next up, we've got Dwight, handsome.
Yeah, he looks better than I do right now. This beard is growing out a lot since that scan. So.
And we've all had our figures here, so we can hold them up here with us. We brought them to set. So I also went to Iron Man with Iron Man back at San Diego. So this is me. I'm the real Iron Man, Dwight. You're a variant.
Whoa, shots fired.
Pew, pew, pew. I got a blaster here. I got a repulsor. You don't. What do you got?
I don't know. Does this look like me? I don't know which camera to look at. Yeah.
Ooh, hit them all. Hit them off.
It can't possibly look as handsome as you do, Dan.
I just need the cap accessory. That's what I'm waiting on, guys.
There you go.
You know what I mean? That has to be.
We'll work on that. So, guys, scan the QR code on screen right now to be taken to the Hasbro Selfie Series experience, and then you can become a real-life Marvel Legend yourself. So go do that. Thank you, Selfie Series team. And before we get out of here, this has been really fun. We had an awesome chat Dan did with Brian Hoyer and his son Garrett. And then I actually, as part of PulseCon, was able to have an interview with WWE superstar Johnny Gargano. And guys, he is a legitimate Marvel Legends fanboy. He He collects slabs, graded comics as well, so I had a nice chat with him. Go check this out on a special separate interview piece on the Hasbro Pulse YouTube page, and we chatted about his collection. You see his awesome toy room, and he actually helped us reveal a brand new, never before seen upcoming Marvel Legends figure. So go check out my interview with Johnny Gargano. Thanks in advance, Johnny, for all your help with that. And with that, 2022 Pulse Con Marvel is in the books. Day one. Day one's a wrap. Good job, guys.
Boom. Boom.
And thank you all for joining us. We appreciate your support. Final reminder for the Engine of Vengeance HasLab you see right there, October 31st. Let's get after it. Let's add Mephisto. Let's add that clue to the second tier and see what's beyond. But we need your support to do that, so please go check out the HasLab. And with that, we will throw it back in studio to Cleo. We'll see you guys.
Peace.
So much amazing stuff today at PulseCon. You know, I'm not exactly sure what happened. I can't really call it. All I can say is, though, the power went out. Our power actually went out here at PulseCon headquarters. What do you think happened, Amen?
I'm pretty sure that the guys over at Marvel brought too much heat. What a way to end day one. I've been waiting, I feel like forever since we started talking about PulseCon for that.
Yeah, man.
And they did not disappoint. My wallet is already like jumping out of my pocket.
You ready to go ahead and pre-order?
I'm getting all of it. I'm getting 2 of each.
Of everything.
Of everything.
Smart.
And I'm a premium Pulse member, so everybody else, you better get with the program.
You better hurry up and get with the program then, man, for sure, for sure. We lost power, but you know what? We're gonna keep those guys over at the Marvel Legends panel. They're pros, they kept going. But you may have missed a few things, like the Iron Man and his plasma cannon. Now listen, I'm a huge video game guy, and there's a game specifically that I like playing that Iron Man is in. He goes up against some other characters, and his special move, he pulls out that plasma cannon.
And it's over. It's like
over.
20, 30 hits at once.
Easy. And just the graphic of that alone is just so iconic. So the fact that we're actually getting that in a toy factor, he looks amazing. The next thing that was also revealed was 3-pack battle in a bottle with Daredevil and Elektra versus Bullseye.
Yeah.
Yes, check this out.
Crazy.
Daredevil looks great swinging into the fight.
The packaging is crazy,
It's so cool, man. Even to see Elektra, in this whole little moment between these three, because when I think of Daredevil, these are the 3 I immediately think of. I think of Bullseye, I think of Elektra. Elektra got the do-rag going on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They got the weapon.
The size, she got the leg wraps. Daredevil's for sure winning this fight, though. Daredevil for sure. He's got the angle on Bullseye. It's a wrap for him for sure.
Always.
Next thing that was also revealed from the retros, the 3.75 Dr. Doom.
One of my favorite lines right there. It's been incredible over the last couple years. Just every time they drop 4 or 5 more figures, they're beautiful. The packaging is insane.
Right, Dr. Doom in the 3.75. Me and you were talking about it, and you were like, this was the one that you were most hyped for, because you saw the box before they even let us see the actual figure.
Oh my God, and then they rolled right into the retro Ghost Rider, which is insane.
We gotta see the retro Ghost Rider, yeah.
Look at that in all its glory. Throw a black light on that, man.
He looks great. Seeing him actually on the bike, we got a chance to see the figure on the bike and the flames. I love the motorcycle jacket, how his collar is up. He just looks so ready. Oh, I need that. I need that on the shelf. He's an OG.
Yeah, man.
OG design, man.
Too clean.
For sure, for sure. Oh, also, you can look for the entire Marvel panel to be uploaded to Hasbro Pulse's YouTube after the show today.
That's right.
Marvel, you guys came through with a whole lot of smoke.
Too much.
Too much smoke, man.
Literally, it was so hot.
It was so hot, everything got shut down.
They shut it down.
But there's one thing that you guys did not get a chance to reveal to everybody. And I'm gonna do it right here, live in front of everybody. Wakanda forever! Look at it! Cleo, Mr. Slick living himself as the Black Panther. It looks so good, man. Oh, man.
Hey, Cleo, you're not the only one, buddy.
What'd you grab up? You got Iron Man. You got Iron Man.
Come on, man. Amen Stark.
Check him out. Check him out. Look at the claws. This is Wakanda forever. Black Panther. So look at my suit, my vibranium suit. Yes. Guys, this is what the Selfie Series is all about. Getting a chance to see your face on some of your favorite characters. I'm Black Panther. I'm Black Panther. You could be Black Panther. And then you could be Black. Well, hey man, you could also be Black
Look
Panther.
at me, man. This
but
is
you're Iron
this is
Man.
after I win the lottery, right here.
Can we talk about the
Look
suit?
at this. The millionaire, billionaire, DJ. Look at that. Come on, man.
Come on now, hey, man.
You could be Tony Stark too, man.
T'Challa.
Hasbro Pulse. Get the app, download it. Selfie Series, available today. This is toy history. You can make your own figures, man. Toy history starting today.
Starting today. This is what dreams are made of, amen. You're Iron Man. You're Tony Stark.
We made it.
I'm coming straight out of Wakanda with it, man. Listen, we're almost wrapping up here. So much amazing stuff, okay? Selfie Series, Transformers, starting lineup, Power Rangers, Fortnite. It was so much fun. We had so many great reveals, of course, topping it off with Marvel Legends. But before we wrap up today, we've got our friend Murs in the building, hip-hop legend.
That's right.
He's in the Guinness Book of Records for rapping for 24 hours straight on his Twitch stream. Murs, what's going on, brother?
What's up, baby?
How are you? Welcome to Pulse Con.
What up,
You know Amen
legend?
over there.
You're a legend, bro. Welcome to Pulse Con 2022. Man.
That's what I'm talking
I've been watching y'all.
Yeah, man, you been enjoying the show?
Oh, man. You have no idea.
So tell me, anything that got revealed today that you were just like, yo, I need that like right now? Like go to the factory right now and get it if you could.
I mean, I'm a little feeling the kind of way that I don't have a Selfie Series right now.
We'll work on that.
Yeah,
we'll work on that. As
But,
the Guinness Book World Record holder for rapping for 24 hours straight, you deserve your own.
Yeah, I'm like a hero, but when Tarn showed up, bro.
Oh, man.
Yes, man.
Like, I'm a big fan of comics, so when they...
Careful when you say his name, he might show up again.
That's right. You know he whispers and everything shuts down, right? It was Tarn that might have shut us down. Why didn't we think of that? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was, definitely. Y'all been doing a good job. The Power Rangers, man, the reunion, whatever's happening, the 30-year reunion, I was, you know, I'm a day one fan. You know?
brother.
I always have to remind my sons of that.
Yeah, bro.
They think Dino Fury is cool, but I was like, I was there.
You was there for Mighty Morphin.
Yeah, I was there at the OG, so, you know.
When the green showed up and the white showed up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was there. Like, I was like, watching them go through it and grow with the series.
Yeah.
I didn't, no spoilers for them, so watching them get stoked, like, White Ranger green, oh, like, you know, oh, man, it's so, Power Rangers, that segment was, it kind of hit home.
Yeah, for sure, brother, for sure. We're really excited to have you here today, Murs. Listen, day one was exciting, and I got this here for you, man. And I know you know exactly what to do.
I don't know what to do with
You know what to do with this. I need you, man, to do what you do best.
Just
have day one completely,
Okay,
everything
so-
that happened at day one of Pulse Con.
Can y'all help me out and maybe, yeah, taking my voice out the headphones or ears, just the beat. Okay, what's that?
Oh, that's something special.
Turn it up a little, yeah. Okay, look.
Come on.
Yeah, Hasbro Pulse Con 2022. Yeah. Hasbro Pulse Con 2022.
Yeah.
Hasbro Pulse Con 2022.
Yeah.
Day one, recap just for you. Look, we had Sludge. All the Dinobots getting mad love. Look, they're gonna form a bigger Transformer soon. Yeah, I'm rapping, drawing down at high noon.
Come
Look,
on.
Cleo in the back.
Yeah.
Aiming on the track.
Yeah.
Sound blaster coming with a black and purple pack.
Yeah.
The six combined, they're the stunner cons, yeah. Minnesota completes, you don't want it, bring it at the dawn. Yeah, scrapbook is a tow truck. Now look, oh, you dancing, yo, what? Yo, what's coming up next? The Armada universe as I'm reading the text, yeah. Axel Zuka coming straight from the shoulder. Needle nose, about to come through an explosion.
Yeah.
But Zigzag, he's a little guy. Yeah. You know, just a small fry, yeah. Check it out, shout out to Leo Prime, yeah. I love Optimus, he is so divine, yeah. Mario and Christina, yo, they took their time. Design a Transformer, yeah, they been on their grind now. Nothing else is mattering. I heard Transformers merge with Magic the Gathering.
Whoa.
They got 15 cars, Alpha Trion and Orion so hard, yeah. Vector Sigma, he has the key. He sticks it right in the top, that's T.O.P. Yeah. I'm not trolling, not a game. Lug Nut finally made it in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Toy of the Year is Motor Master. If you don't give me that for Christmas, it'll be a disaster.
That's right.
Amy, put it right under the tree, yeah. Ninth Wonder did the B.E.A.T. Yo, rest in peace to Henry Orenstein. Brought Transformers to the American scene. Yeah. 6x16 Transformer light bright. Might have to use that as my nightlight. I'm a little scared of the dark, but I gotta go full steam, now put it in park, yeah. Shout out to B-Mac for giving all the facts today. I'm on the track and I rap, I put it on display. Okay, to this I am no stranger. Now it's time to talk about the Morphin Power Rangers, yeah. Lightning Collection, Blue and Joey from Beast Morphers. To get those in my house, I'll be tortured, yo, if I didn't get it. He's standing on the couch, yo, Cleo's not sitting, yo. I'm not kidding, the power went out, but we kept the stream going without a doubt, yo. Look, going super stupid. They got the Wild Force, they even got the Putreds. And it's cute how they really get busy. The green Dino Fury Power Ranger named Izzy. Yeah, she finally has a figure, but you get the Astro Megazord to go bigger. Look. And you can put that on the shelf. You have a Black Panther toy made of yourself. Yeah, HasLab's gotta back it. Yo, we keep it on track. I don't take my toys ever outside the package. And I did this with no practice. Yo, it's all off the head. This freestyle can go way longer than my dreads. Yeah, remember what I said. All the whack MCs might wind up dead. Yo, tomorrow, this is how it's gonna go. First up on the stream is G.I. Joe. Yo, and stay tuned, stay still. Next after that, you got Avalon Hill, yo. I'm original, not a clone. And after that, we'll have some toys from Indiana Jones. Yep. And after that, I'm going on tour. Before I leave the stream, I'm gonna check out some Star Wars. Yeah. Make sure you get yours. Pre-order now, Hasbro Premium, you know the style. That's right. Yo, and if I'm in luck, yo, I'll borrow Eamon to hit me with $50.
That's right. I got you, bro. Thank you for coming out and rocking with us. Hasbro Pulse Day 1.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Hasbro Pulse Con
2022.
Yeah.
Pulse Con
2022.
Let's go.
Hasbro Pulse Con 2022. Hasbro Pulse Con 2022. Hasbro Pulse Con 2022, baby. Yeah. We'll see you guys